he's on the microphone, when he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Maybe in history books growing up. At this point, somebody would have to be, you would think, unless they got in early, around 98 years old at the youngest. So
I paid my taxes.
As somebody mentioned, somebody would have to be that old to have been there. And would somebody say that this is the last major D-Day anniversary, likely that people who were actually there will be there. I mean, that's a morbid thought, but, for the 100th anniversary, that's 20 years. Do the math. That means somebody would be 118. So the point being,
I'm guessing someone might have to be 116.
What did I say? Like they got in early? Yeah. I just want to say that, like, you read through history, and good morning, Jason Ross, as I bring us in very seriously here. We've all read our history books, seen the movies, going back to, you think about, like, my God, people actually participated in gladiator fights in the Roman Colosseum. What? Or, Leonidas and the whole Battle of Thermopylae and all, everything through history. You cannot imagine what that would be like. But the thing about D-Day is that wasn't, in like 12 BC. That was 80 years ago. That was something that my dad was born, yet not, was in diapers. But his, my grandparents, both my grandfathers, we all have there's still a connection. We have spoken to people in our lives that were alive then and or participated. And Hollywood is Hollywood, but if you watch Saving Private Ryan, I've never seen I don't know if it's accurate. I just know by what people say it was pretty damned accurate. And you watch the beginning of that movie, and I'll never, the part that always stuck out to me is they focused at one point, you see this kid who's got to be 18, 19, and he's got his helmet on, and he's on one of the boats, and he's looking back, he's facing away from the beach in Normandy, and everyone's rolling in, and it's, dawn. And I'm not trying to trivialize, and I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm just saying, like, for me, like, I get anxiety and I get nervous going on roller coaster rides. Like, I've talked about that before, like getting into a roller coaster and going on a roller coaster ride, and my hands get sweaty and I get nervous and my pulse increases. So I can't even fathom, like, my brain cannot compute what it would be like to be some kid from South Dakota that was thrown into a God knows how many weeks, but probably not enough training camp, leaving his parents, leaving his girlfriend, leaving his mom and dad, whoever, or, almost as bad, if not worse. My son will be 16 in October. So a year, 2 years, sending my son to that, and he's the one in the helmet. and you're on your way to the beach, and what they did to really kind of help turn the tide, and it makes you. I'm saying all this because you just can't honor them enough and their families and those lost. I always tend to want to honor as well. I feel like this is kind of forgotten, and I know it's going to sound weird, but when we went on that family trip to DC in February, we went to the Korean War Memorial, the Vietnam War Memorial. But I looked at all those names on the wall, and I felt like honoring, like every name I saw, Jason, I thought about how many children would that person have had, and how many grandchildren would that person. It's not just the person on the wall that didn't make it. It's the legion of relatives that never happened because that person gave their life for the country, and in this case for the world. So in thinking about all of that, all the people that never got a chance, it's not just John Smith who passed away on the beaches of Normandy. It's John Smith's granddaughter who never happened, never got to live, never showed up, never got a shot at life because of what her grandfather did. And I think about all that, and then it just really kind of, I was thinking a lot about it. I know a lot of us have, but it's like all the stuff going on today. I don't care if you're a Trump guy, a Biden guy. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, green, purple, blue, Catholic, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, whatever. Like, you think about what's going on today, and it's like, okay, we have problems. Sure. Yes, 100%. But my God, I can't wrap my head around growing up in that time, and I can't wrap my head around basically knowing you're about to die, yet you still somehow find a way to move your feet forward and get to the beach and do the thing you're doing and do what they did. So that's the best I can do. It's a sloppy, silly narrative, but it's just my truth that I couldn't salute these folks enough. It's a really solemn day today.
Well, a little different start than yesterday.
I know. Yesterday was Patrick Stewart and bathroom issues, and, right? And then it's probably because I've just been watching so much of the, it's not fun to watch D-Day coverage. It's not like, hey, forget Seinfeld, I'm gonna watch this reenactment. Yes, Chris.
Did you see the D-Day events yesterday in France?
With
the English paratroopers?
Yes.
That had to go through customs because they decided to leave
the
European Union.
Yeah. And I saw, speaking of England today, Prince William is doing the stuff because King Charles already did his one, and he's still recovering from cancer. Putin is not. That's kind of weird. It's like Putin wasn't invited, even though Russia was a massive part of winning the war in the end. I get it. But Jason, I know it, but it's like also 9/11 stuff. I watch 9/11 stuff every year. I'll at least watch one thing, and it's not because I'm like, oh, I want to see the thing. Like, I pretty much know by now, almost by heart, some of the news reports, the clips they show in real time. It's just, I think it's one of those things where it's like I force myself to do it just because I don't want to roll over it. I don't ever want to forget that. And same thing here. Like, I feel like I'm not obligated. That's the wrong word, but like, stuff comes on, I want to make sure to mention it. I want to make sure we talk about it. Sure. Because of just how would the world, let's put it this way. I don't want to live in a world where the German guy with the mustache is calling the shots, So,
right.
Anyway, I'm handing you a big ball of nothing content. Not nothing, but you know what I mean. I'm not giving you room to move. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Good morning. Good to be with you.
Hey, good to be with you. How are you feeling?
Feeling really good at this point. Might as well just make it out the rest of the week. Oh, interesting.
You feeling a little better then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I agree with you. I think you come back Monday nice and fresh. We're all set, good to go, nice and even, ready, feeling great, healthy, 100%.
And because this is probably going to be Jason's last day on Friday at his house, we decided the best thing to do for you, Dave, is to have Kyle here with you to really close out the week.
So is that official now?
Yeah.
Well, how was Friday Fun and Games with Kyle last week?
What did he do? He did I didn't.
Heads up 7-Up.
No, it was an oldie but a goodie. I didn't expect him to do anything, and he did. So props to him. I know it wasn't a disaster. God, was it the name the? It wasn't the name the thing with the letters like the alphabet. Was it the alphabet? I don't know. It was something like that. I was like, yeah, it was fine. It was fine. It was fine.
Good.
It was fine. So great. So for the second week, well, actually, can you do Friday Fun and Games from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jason will do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Chris is taking the day off.
I am not taking a day
Not
off.
really.
You'll be
Yes, yes,
just so everybody knows. Instead of being on the show, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be doing the Oakland A's game Friday night, which I am very excited to do.
So the producer of the morning show, who also happens to be the assistant program director of the station, cannot do the morning show, and he's going to be board hopping an A's game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense.
Unless you want us to talk to our big boss, and I could work in the morning and then work tomorrow night to where I will be getting overtime, which they definitely do not like.
Hey, can you tell?
Then let's talk to him.
Can you tell me in my ear? Do the math. Can you tell me in my ear? Because I want you sharing your business with everybody. Based on the shift you would work, how much cash wise in overtime that
My
would
ear
be?
too.
Yeah, and Jason's ear too. Just yeah, do some calculating. That's fine. Yeah, because honestly, like, hey, that's a conversation I'm happy to have. Like, it's like, come on, man, we got to have consistency, right?
Right?
No, I mean, look, Kyle, it's not, and by the way, I don't want anybody to think it's about Kyle. I actually, I give Kyle a giant hard time, but I'm fine with it. Okay, Chris just told me the amount. So here's the play I'm gonna do with the bid boss later today, because this generally works. I'm gonna go in there and I think I actually have one. I usually don't. I'm gonna go in there, and I think because my wife put it in there, I think in my console I actually have a checkbook, which I never have. I'm gonna go into his office and I'm gonna write him.
I paid my taxes.
I'm gonna write him a check for the amount Chris just told me. I'll be like, hey, listen, I understand that this scheduling snafu, da. Like, this is my preference. So here, I'm gonna cover Chris's overtime, and it's like the ultimate gamble. Because I've done stuff like that before, and he's like, it was with Jason. It was with equipment. You might remember where I was like, "Hey, I'm just going to help out here," and he instantly, because he's a good guy, he's like, "No, what? No. That's not. No, we've got it." But there's always a chance that one of these days he's like, "Okay, actually, that really helps. You know what? We'll do that." And then I'm out.
M&M fund.
Then I'm out.
Give that a few days.
I think and this needs to be decided today, correct?
Obviously.
All right. So anyways, we'll try to figure that out. Also, I don't know
Dave,
how.
by the way, what if they said the only other option would be if you ran the board for the A's game? How do you think you'd do?
It would be like asking me to. It would be like asking me to, instead of running the board for the A's game, it would be, hey, I need you to come on the air at 7 p.m. and I need you to read the final 2 chapters of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, but they're in Arabic. That's exactly how it would go. Like, I would want to do. I'd be like, okay, I'll do my best, but I don't know how to read Arabic. Like, I also do. It's right to left, I believe. That's as far as I know about reading Arabic.
What's this button do?
Right, exactly. I don't know.
When is the last time you ran a board?
Quad,
right?
Yeah, the last time I ran a board was in 2001 at Quad. By the way, that board was I will tell you this much, I'll bet you that board was far more difficult than the boards we have now.
I guarantee.
We had cart machines for our commercials and actual CDs we had to put in the rack to fire. I ran the board for, I know we got a break. Actually, was this later? I ran the board for about 3 months for the Howard Stern show when they changed that one station. Chris, this might have been before you. They called it Howard.
Uh-huh.
And that was in our cluster at Madison. And I was the first guy to run the board when Howard started appearing in this market. That lasted 3 months because it wasn't that I was bad at it. It's that I kept sleeping through Howard. That happened a few times, and the then PD Steve Garland finally had to make a move. Yeah, either way, it's been over 20 years since I've run a board, and I don't know. None of this was the same board, too. So, yeah, we'll have to figure that out. We'll take a break.
Okay.
A lot of stuff today. Sam Amick is on at 8. What a great time to have Sam Amick on. Excellent timing. Kelly Brothers and Sports Business at 7:30. We got the big NBA TV contract to talk about. The NBA Finals are happening tonight, game 1, and shockingly, at least in the first part of the day, being overshadowed by an overnight Adrian Wojnarowski, good old-fashioned Woj bomb. We'll get to it leading off. But first, thank goodness American Energy dialed me in a couple years ago with my HVAC system, because it has just sucked the last 2 days in Sacramento. And you know what? It's going to suck again today. Oh, we did Family Feud, all-time basketball stats since the merger. That's what we did for Friday Fun and Games, guys. Thank you, Texter, for reminding me. Look, switch to all-electric year-round, save money. It's really that simple. American Energy's been doing this since 1981. They're a family-owned business. The fellas that own this thing, they're good dudes. They're from the area, born and raised here. Their family, their kids shop and go to school with yours, you know, the whole thing. I mean, it does make a difference when you're a big corporate behemoth. Yeah, you make mistakes. Maybe you screw a couple people over. Hey, whatever. We'll make it up in the margins. That's not how it works with American Energy. Not at all. They want your business, but they also want your business years from now. And they want your kids' business when they grow up and buy a house. That's how they operate. And that's why generally when I endorse something, it's local. Generally when I endorse something, I have to know the people, and I know that they're going to take care of you. If you're going to trust me enough to go to them, I don't ever want you coming back to me saying, hey, they kind of screwed me. It just won't happen. And you can save all this money by switching to electric year-round, and you can get up to $9,000 in rebates from PG&E, between PG&E and SMUD, by switching to electric full-time. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making you comfortable. We'll take a break. When we come back, leading off is next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
I know how hard it is to get to the finals. And you think that you're young and you've been once, that you'll just continue to keep going. And we realized that last year. We kind of took it for granted at certain moments, and we didn't make it to the finals. And this year put things in perspective, and I think you could see in our excitement, right, when we won the conference. Obviously, that's not the end-all, be-all, but it really is tough to get to this moment. So I think right now, just staying present in the moment. I'm not thinking about, what it would mean for my legacy or anything like that. Just excited to play some basketball after this long break and go out there and try to get the job done.
That is Jason Tatum ahead of tonight. And, finally, because, you had a sweep, and then you had a 5-game series with Dallas and Minnesota. But we're all set now. All the hullabaloo is over. And in some ways just beginning, Jason, as Boston will take on Dallas tonight in Massachusetts. And we finally have basketball to talk about for at least 4 more games.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time. I mean, we knew it would be. They said the final dates were set no matter what. It has been a long break. So Boston's had their time to get their things together. Certainly Dallas has too. But here we go. The series that I think has some fun and some good storylines to it. Finally getting started tonight.
You heard from Jason Tatum right there. Joe Mazzulla was asked the classic question about, lights are a little bit brighter in the finals. And here, I actually really like this answer.
How do you stay in the moment how is that different from the regular season? How do you get the guys to kind of stay in the moment and treat everything the same way?
Yeah, I mean, unless they change the light bulbs in the arenas, they won't be any brighter than they were in the last series. And it's just sticking to the details and the things that matter and the truth. The truth of the matter is, if you don't box out, if you don't sprint back in transition, if you don't pass the ball in a 2-on-1, if you don't take away the other team's tendencies, if you don't know who you're guarding, if you don't recognize the spacing, if you don't talk, if you don't play hard, you're not going to win. And it's like focusing on the most simple things and the truth of the matter is you have to do those things. You got to do them at a high level. And, obviously the stakes are higher, but that just means that the details are more important.
I like that. I like that answer. Hey, look, it's still this ain't baseball, man. The dimensions are still the same no matter where we are. The baskets are still 10 feet high, blah, 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 et cetera. And that's the type of calm demeanor I think you have to have at the top. And look, Boston is without a doubt the favorites in this series. I know it's just like a boxing match. The closer you get, the more people say, well, I could, same thing happens in the Super Bowl. Oh, I could see this happening, that happening, but Vegas knows, or they think they do. Boston, a 6.5-point favorite tonight, hosting the Mavericks, Jason. And we got a lot to talk about with this sucker. I'm just glad it's finally here.
Yeah, exactly. Good storylines, like we said. We'll do some predictions throughout the show. Sam, it's a perfect day to talk to him. So we got this is all lined up pretty well for us, didn't it?
All lined up perfectly. Speaking of Sam, here's his colleague, Adrian Wojnarowski. Boy, did a lot of us wake up to something silly. Here's cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Massive development in the NBA, potentially college basketball. The Los Angeles Lakers are preparing a massive long-term offer for Connecticut Huskies coach Dan Hurley to become the next Lakers coach. And this, for Dan Hurley, the NBA has been an ambition of his. He has talked about it. And the chance to hear out the Lakers, which is certainly the mountaintop of coaching at any level, is something he's going to do now in the coming days. The Lakers have been relentless, I'm told, in their pursuit of Hurley. And now they're going to get a chance, to extensively lay out to him the vision they see for bringing Dan Hurley's program to the NBA.
Dan Hurley, UConn. Two-time defending champion. He's been at UConn now for 6 years. Was at Rhode Island prior to that. Wagner prior to that. And Jason, I just got to say this. I think Dan Hurley is great. And of course, doesn't hurt that his brother is former Sacramento King Bobby Hurley, who will always have a special place in our hearts. This is nothing. What I'm about to say has nothing to do with Dan Hurley, who may be the guy. I just want to reiterate again, the Lakers are not a serious franchise. They're absolutely not a serious franchise. Now, somebody might say, well, hold on a second. They just won a title in the bubble 4 years ago. Well, you're Sacramento Kings, this, that. Well, first off, I'm not sitting here saying the Kings have always been a serious franchise. But ever since Dr. Buss kind of took his hands off the whole thing, I have nothing personal against Jeannie Buss. I have nothing personal against Kurt Rambis, who is basically like the co-owner out there. We'll get Sam, who has tremendous connections to Jeannie and everybody. We'll get him to kind of break this down. But they don't know what they're doing. This whole thing is silly. Please understand that LeBron James voluntarily went there, not for the ownership, not for the coach, because it's the LA Lakers. It's in LA. Anthony Davis and Clutch Sports forced a trade there, and everyone's hands were tied. The only reason the Lakers have been relevant at all over the last decade plus is because it's the LA, it's the franchise, it's the history, it's the geography, it's the location, it's the money involved. It's not because Rob Pelinka has been this tremendous trader and drafter. It's not because of these savvy moves by Jeannie Buss. Now you're going from what we first thought, which was focusing in on JJ Redick, a guy with zero NBA experience whatsoever, that is going to beeline his way in there and pass up a bunch of coaches that have been on sidelines forever. Now, and we'll get to Shams Charania later, by the way. The fact that is he sitting there with egg on his face today? How does that work? Because this whole time he's been at the lead of this thing. And by the way, Woj reporting this, Shams reporting that. Remember we talked about a couple weeks ago, Jason, one generally is sourced in camps. The other is generally sourced with teams. You're seeing that play out in front of your eyes today. I'm just imagining Dan Hurley coming from UConn, never having coached in the NBA ever. Oh, hey, LeBron. Hey, Anthony Davis. Hey, the rest of you professionals. This is how we're going to do it. The old college way. It's just, as a Kings fan, I love it. But the Lakers are not a serious franchise, man.
That's interesting. I mean, don't you feel instinctually this feels to me like a better hire, though, than J.J. Redick?
Sure.
And that may be totally unfair to Redick.
Yes, I agree with
just
you
on
that.
Just based on his resume, his history. I mean, when I heard the name, I went, oh, man. It gave me a different – what you just said where you say they're not a serious franchise, it felt like a serious move to me, if that makes sense.
I would say this is more of a serious move than J.J. Redick, which was an incredibly unserious move. But at the same time, this smells very much like when they made that run at Mike Krzyzewski back in the day and got fairly close. But again, I believe you had different people running the franchise. Just to, by the way, give you an idea. Let me go back here. The year is 2006. And as a matter of fact, I know we got a break here. Let me see. Dr. Jerry Buss. I need to know when he passed. So 2013, but I believe he turned everything over 3 years prior. But let's just go back to 06. Jordan Farmar, Javaris Crittenton, Joe Crawford. No, not that one, the other one. Tony Douglas, Devin Ebanks, Darius Morris, Julius Randle, 2014. Number 2 pick, D'Angelo Russell. Number 2 pick, Brandon Ingram. Number 2 pick, Lonzo Ball. Yes, they had 3 consecutive number 2 picks. Mo Wagner, DeAndre Hunter, Jaden McDaniels, Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Hood Schifino. Like, the Lakers draft history is like almost mid-2000 Sacramento Kings draft history. Like, it's right there. You had 3 number 2 picks, and the only one you really got out of there that's done much, no offense to D'Angelo Russell, is the guy you had to send to New Orleans for Anthony Davis because they forced that trade. Like, they're terrible. I still believe the last player to play in the All-Star game for the Lakers that was drafted by the Lakers was Andrew Bynum. And that is insane to me. That's an 05. Anyway, we'll talk a lot more about this. Makes me, hey, I love it. Screw it. Let's go. But not a serious franchise, man. We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, we've got that at 6:43. Next, the Woj bomb heard round the world. We'll talk about this next.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award? Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better prepared to make the run that we expect to run come next playoff.
Tune into every Kings game this season on Sacktown Sports and sacktownsports.com.
Sacramento, get ready to rock, groove, and have a blast with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. We've got an unbeatable lineup of shows that you won't want to miss. First up, at Thunder Valley, June 12th, experience the legendary Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello. Then on June 14th, don't miss the incredible Maren Morris. And on June 22nd, don't miss NSYNC and Backstreet stars Joey Fatone and AJ McLean bringing back the hits. Plus, on June 28th, it's country legend Lee Brice lighting up the stage, all at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. And now here's your Live Nation lineup. On August 4th, don't miss the Outlaw Music Festival at Toyota Amphitheater featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. On August 15th, catch Donny Osmond at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Then, on August 22nd, Creed Fisher takes the stage at Ace of Spades. And on September 10th, enjoy the timeless sounds of the Doobie Brothers at Toyota Amphitheater. And stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road. Get in zone, AutoZone. So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone. Get in zone, AutoZone. And what about my old battery? we can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got him. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
The Golf to Go radio show goes to William Land Golf Course to celebrate its 100th birthday. Join Frank LaRosa and me, Scott Marsh, for a live broadcast Thursday, June 6th from 6 to 7 for all the fun. We'll have great guests, a putting contest, prizes including free golf, free apparel, and much, much more. So make sure to join us Thursday, June 6th from 6 to 7 at William Land Golf Course. We'll see you there.
I remember as if it were yesterday. I reached down to move a nightstand and was astonished at the weight of the piece. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. At that moment, I instantly recognized the difference between Naturewood's quality furniture that will last a lifetime versus lesser quality furniture found elsewhere. Now, I suppose there's a huge difference in what you'd put in your first apartment and what you would live with in the comfort of your own home. Right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings Made in USA sale is a great time to fill your home with solid, superior quality furniture to reflect your own love for life. With brands like Sam Moore, Stanton, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and many more, Naturewood Home Furnishings has tables, chairs, couches, and, yes, nightstands, and more at their Made in USA sale. Find furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
It's Kyle Draper here to let you know that the famous Bay Area pizza company, Amici's East Coast Pizzeria, has just opened its first location in Sacramento, offering takeout and delivery to the greater Sacramento area. To check out the menu and order online, visit amicis.com and click on the Sacramento banner. As a special deal, all this week, when you enter promo code SAC50 at checkout, they'll give you 50% off any large pizza. So when you want to enjoy half-price pizzas with family and friends this week, use promo code SAC50 at amicis.com and Amici's delivers.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right. Welcome back. That's it. That's a whole segment. I'm just going to say welcome back and then leave. Please stay cool today, everybody. That's your live and local. Jason, I want to talk to Sam about this. I might want to actually, you know what? I'm going to pull the cover back here because Sam's such a dear friend of ours, and you know we joke around and have fun, but then you know it's a serious business. I may not talk to Sam about this, Jason. I think you know why. I don't want to put Sam in a rough spot. So I'm actually going to call him in advance. I imagine he's in Boston right now. Because Shams Charania is a colleague of his. And by the way, this isn't anything about what I'm about to say is no disrespect to Shams, who is one of the two most connected NBA reporters in the world. I'm just, as you know, I'm always fascinated by how everybody is receiving, all of us fans, everybody, how you're receiving your information, and the politics and the world, especially of NBA reporting at that level, is super fascinating to me. Everything from the group text announcing the draft pick to how these guys are finding out about trades so quickly. I would love to see a documentary on this someday. The problem is none of these guys obviously want to expose any of their relationships and their industry secrets, and I get that. That's why they're highly paid, and in Adrian Wojnarowski's case, a multimillionaire off of simply reporting the NBA. However, I would love to know what Shams is thinking today. Is this a situation where Shams' reporting was from JJ Redick's camp or whomever, and it was all accurate, but they just got it wrong in the end and are subject to the Lakers' whims? Because in Woj's report coming out overnight that the Lakers are heavy pursuing Dan Hurley, it sounds, and Woj says it, that the Lakers have long wanted him to be the coach, that he has been the focus of this search, that he's the guy, which directly contradicts Shams' reporting that JJ Redick's the one they're fascinated with, and he's the guy. And I think we live in a world, Jason, where both guys' sources may be correct, just they're different sources, and ultimately Woj is going to win this one because the one making the hire, that's likely, again, I say likely, who he's getting his info from. Jason. There you are.
I think that's it. I don't think that I look at this as Woj being right and Shams being wrong or vice versa. I mean, in the end, if it officially becomes Hurley, then Woj's information came from the more credible source. But again, I don't know that I would say Shams' source is wrong. We do know that Redick has interviewed. So has Borrego. So has, I think there was another coach in there. So, and then once you kind of do your diving in and find out, hey, look, this is progressing. Maybe there's another interview. I think he was connecting the dots. I don't know that he was necessarily wrong, but we're still not to the finish line yet either, right? What's Woj's report preparing to offer a massive deal? Well, what if Hurley says no? What if contract talks fall through? What if he's a little bit further? I mean, it just again, I think both guys. This is interesting because usually they're lockstep on these things, but this one they're definitely different on.
Yeah, and I don't know what we don't know what the end game is. I think obviously we'd be reporting it. What is Woj's report? You know what? We're going to be talking about this so much today. Why don't I give you Woj's report? This is him from SportsCenter earlier.
Woj, what do you have this morning?
Randy, a massive development in the NBA, potentially college basketball. The Los Angeles Lakers are preparing a massive long-term offer for Connecticut Huskies coach Dan Hurley to become the next Lakers coach. He is the target of their search. He's been the target of the Lakers search since the beginning.
Okay, so that's interesting. So that's the part that gets me. He's been the target of the Lakers search from the beginning, which absolutely contradicts Shams' reporting that, according to sources, JJ Redick has emerged as the front runner and the Lakers are fascinated by him. I guess you could actually squint your eyes and say it doesn't directly contradict it. I guess both could be partially true, but
also if I was leaking something to you, Dave, from the Lakers, I would tell you this has been our guy the whole time. If it was me and I was in a high up source, I would say like, no, this is who we've been talking to the whole time.
So and your point's well taken, because Dan Hurley, if they want to, nobody wants to be second place. Nobody wants to be the second choice. I can't imagine a world where J.J. Redick turned this down. I mean, remember yesterday we were talking about the reporting that they were trying to get James Borrego, the assistant coach, to come in and be his lead assistant. That's how far along apparently. That doesn't – it sounds a little strange that the Lakers had been reaching out to Borrego to be Redick's assistant when Dan Hurley has been the focus of this search from day one, unless they are, to channel my inner Dave Cavill, unless they're doing the parallel paths thing and saying, okay, hey, JJ, you are our second choice. We're gonna go after what we got. One more guy to go after. If it's not him, it's gonna be you. You also have to wonder how Dan Hurley feels about the lid being blown off this whole thing. He's gonna have he's at the school. I believe he lives on or near campus. Generally they do. So you've got recruiting, you've got your kids that are already there, you've got family, you've got all this stuff going on. And Dan Hurley wakes up, I looked at my phone at 3:30 this morning and the report had been out. So you got to think even on the East Coast, they're waking up to this, and you got to wonder, is this something Dan Hurley is going to embrace and say, okay, well, lid's off, let's go. Or if he's going to say, hold on, what are you doing to me here?
Yeah, and this isn't the way the reporting is going, but what I initially thought of was Dan Hurley seeing the J.J. Redick stuff going, hey, wait, Lakers, I would be interested. And then his camp contacting them. That's not the way this is being reported. So this is just me saying this is what I kind of thought. I'm like, wait, they're looking at J.J. Redick? I'd be interested in going to the pros. I'd be interested in the NBA. Let me inform them that I would be interested in see where that goes. That's, again, not the way this is being reported. But sometimes those things have happened before where maybe someone who hasn't been considered does get their name thrown out there, and then all of a sudden momentum shifts.
We have comments from Dan Hurley on the Jim Rome show, certainly throwing us off the trail that he was even thinking of leaving UConn. This is from a while back. We'll get to that a little bit later. Also today, a couple of trade proposals thrown out on our other shows. Chris Watkins has a double trade proposal, and then Kyle Draper and Whitey Gleason, we're also going over a which would you or who would you rather Kuzma Levine edition. We'll get to those a little bit later as well. Sam Amick at 8 o'clock for his usual double shot. Kelly Brothers at 7:30. We'll take a break. When we come back, baseball time, safe or out, Paul Skeens versus Shohei Ohtani. We'll get to it next.
Leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Hey, sometimes you're just going to not know when you need someone to represent you on your behalf. And if you are ever in a situation where you need someone, well, you want someone you can trust, someone that you know is going to work for you. I'm sure you've seen plenty of lawyers that have shown up on your TV, those constant commercials that they say, we're here for you, we're local, we're the difference makers. Well, okay, a lot of those times those people are not local at all. They don't even have a local number. They just rush through the process, and there's just no connection. They just rush through these cases. Well, how about someone that's in our community right here in Sacramento, cares about you, cares about the result, cares about their own name, their brand? I'm talking about Jonathan Gonzalez at the Gonzalez Law Offices. Now, again, he's right here in downtown Sacramento and doesn't just count you as one of those many cases on the list and just checks through them and move on to the next. He will connect with you. He will help you in your area of need. Now, what might that area of need be? You don't know. But you want to be prepared. You want to be ready for if you need something to deal with a car accident, an expungement, wrongful termination case, whatever and wherever you feel the need for representation. I suggest you contact saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. Again, that's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at saclegaldefense.com or 916-304-9187.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems. They'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to alliestaxrelief.com.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, his arrival on the big league club was delayed because of a knee injury and surgery, but it was certainly worth the wait for Miguel Andujar. In his first 7 games with the A's, he batted .448 and has 12 RBIs during that time, the most for an A's player since 2007. In his 13 hits, the 6th most in A's history for a player in his first 7 games.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley is coming to town.
Hey y'all, this is Dirk Bentley.
Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends.
This is Father. Take my hand, let me make you mine.
It's Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets before they sell out at CITPFest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Xfinity.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right. Hey, checking in on the YouTube chat. Good morning, everyone. I see our guy Monk is in there. He shows up every once in a while. I believe he used to be securing to Bagley. Now he's securing to Monk. Earl, Dennis is our quantity guy. Just
he's doing some work today, though.
Churning content out. Yes. He is putting in work. Mark's in there. Hey, there's MC, and I'm glad MC's in, especially on a day like today when we are honoring all of our veterans, those with us and not with us on a very, very special and somber day as well. Zebra, I see you in there. Kevin, good morning, everybody. Hopefully I missed that. And I'll just say this, MC, welcome back. And just FYI, I'm the one that went in and put my finger on the thing to pull the lever. So I got your back in this case. You're a little mistaken on that. If only MC could know what happened behind the scenes, he'd know I actually do have his back, weirdly enough. Christopher Lod, safe or out? Question 1.
Paul Skeens destroyed Shohei Ohtani with 3+ 100-mile-per-hour fastballs yesterday. Safe or out? We should be talking about Skeens more.
Yeah, like the problem is he's in Pittsburgh. And as a small market, I completely identify and sympathize. Now, that being said, we're talking about Paul Skeens, and other people are talking about Paul Skeens, and it's on SportsCenter. And yeah, it's not like if you're a baseball fan at all, you know who Paul Skeens is and what he's all about. This rookie coming up, just a fireball of an arm. And yeah, he's 3-0 with a 3 ERA. He's getting some darn good run support. He was spotted a 7-0 lead in the second inning, and yeah, he made Shohei Ohtani look absolutely silly on well, really 3 pitches that just blew by him. Now, the other part of that story,
yes,
is Shohei was like, okay, that's cool. You made me look stupid. How about I lay 2 home runs on you, 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th? So Ohtani figured out Skeens pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, Ohtani had 2 of the 6 RBI in the, or excuse me, 5 RBI in the game. But Jason, Skeens' arm is diabolical. This guy throws insane, consistent, triple-digit heat. The only question really with him is that arm going to last? That's there's such a violent motion that goes into throwing triple digits. You just hope he's around for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a guy that should be getting more attention. He got some, but probably more. But that right there, what you just said, Dave, to me is the best of baseball. That's a guy doing what he can that not many people can do, and shut down for an at-bat one of the great hitters we have. And then Shohei Ohtani, I mean, that was like a letter-high 101, and he turned it around and drilled it to dead center. I mean, that to me is the best of baseball. A pitcher getting the batter, then the batter timing it the next time and getting him back. So that was just really good. And, yeah, Skeens is a guy we need to be highlighting more.
Number 2, please.
The Giants salvaged a sweep by beating Arizona 9-3. Safer out. Bob Melvin should get the win here.
Bob Melvin's comments yesterday to the press probably were the lightest version, the diet version of what happened in that clubhouse. So yeah, I give Bob Melvin a lot of credit. That's managing, that's holding your guys accountable. And they came out, and Arizona, I think, went up 1-0, and then the Giants just won, boom, boom, boom. And they end up salvaging the sweep. Now, was that a one-day thing? Was that a coincidence? Who knows? But I love that Bob Melvin is keeping the team accountable. That's managing. You can only do so much, though, as a chef with the ingredients you have.
Yeah, but you can't pull that card too often where you just, call out the players, call out the team. Like you said, this is something he did. He deserves some love for that. The team finally got a win. Boy, did they need that. But they can't just stop at 1. This team needs to get back to where they were, which was closer to 500 and even above 500. This is just, they've been in a bad stretch. And I still feel like they're in the mix where they can't figure out if they want to play the young guys, play the older guys. I know some of the older guys are hurt, but they're just, I don't feel like they've found their identity, and that's part of the problem.
Question number 3.
The Yankees have a 3.5-game lead on Baltimore.
Yeah.
Safer out. They won't relinquish it for the rest of the year.
I mean,
maybe.
3.5 games.
The smallest lead of any division.
It is, and Baltimore's really good, but so are the Yankees.
Yeah,
Yankees are really good, dude.
Yeah,
and they're getting Garrett Cole back here soon. There's some other things going on there that may help their case. Yeah, I'm going to say out. 3.5 games, this much of a season left. The Yankees are really good. Baltimore's really good. I still think that's going to be a fun race.
I don't like that answer.
Why?
Yeah. I think you said it, though, in kind of your lead up. They are getting Garrett Cole back soon. That's going to help New York even more, to embarrassment of riches for them. Baltimore had 2 guys that went on Tommy John surgery on the same day last week. That's pretty brutal. So they're really good. Baltimore certainly will be a playoff team, I believe. But I think this 7-game win streak the Yankees are on, best record of baseball, tied with the Phillies. I think they're going to be hard to catch. It's over.
It's over?
Yeah.
That's it? Yankees win the AL East?
Yeah.
You're there? Oh,
I'm there already.
You're not worried about jinxing?
A jinxie?
Wow.
What's a jinx?
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
Great.
All right.
We'll see if I did it.
Yeah, mark this date on the calendar, 6:54 a.m., June 6th. Jason Ross calls his shot. It's over. The Yankees will not relinquish that lead over the Baltimore Orioles the rest of the year. Okay, we'll take a break.
Yeah. Okay.
When we come back, Celtics versus Mavs, game 1 tonight. We'll get to it next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento Rivercats baseball during our 25th anniversary season. Pick your favorite weekly promotion, giveaway game, or theme night, and join the fun at Sutter Health Park. Stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with the brightest fireworks in town. For a full promotion schedule and to buy tickets, visit rivercats.com. We'll see you there.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
It's Kyle Draper here to let you know that the famous Bay Area pizza company, Amici's East Coast Pizzeria, has just opened its first location in Sacramento, offering takeout and delivery to the greater Sacramento area. To check out the menu and order online, visit amicis.com and click on the Sacramento banner. As a special deal, all this week, when you enter promo code SAC50 at checkout, they'll give you 50% off any large pizza. So when you want to enjoy half-price pizzas with family and friends this week, use promo code SAC50 at amicis.com and Amici's delivers.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
My buddy's a high roller. You'll see I'm a high roller, man.
David Spade live. Catch me inside tour.
Oh, dude, they fly me out there. Comp. That $89 flight on Southwest, they cover that? You know it. How about limo to and fro the airport with a sunroof? How much you down? He goes, about 90 grand.
David Spade, Friday, November 22nd, on stage at Hard Rock Live, Sacramento. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss David Spade Live.
Carmichael Dave here, reminding you this Father's Day, you can make your backyard the ultimate retreat with Amy's Outdoor Living, your grilling headquarters. See the new Red Hot barbecue brands, Napoleon and Rectech. Napoleon grills, perfect gas, perfect infrared grilling, built to last, and those Rectech pellet grills, they're built like a tank and offer the #1 rated grilling app. Now, Amy Also features Weber, Big Green Egg, and Traeger gas and pellet grills like I have, and the Gosney Professional Pizza Ovens. Guys, I threw my old pizza oven out. I got the Gosney in my backyard. It is so awesome to do pizza at home with the family. Free setup and delivery on $3.99 and over purchases. Save 40% off selected in-stock patio furniture and umbrellas. Visit their clearance center in the Sacramento store for scratch and dent savings. Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino near Watt, and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, welcome back. And again, I'm not trying to put a whatever on every segment, but I think the very least I can do is open the hour by once again acknowledging the 80th anniversary of D-Day is today. And as always, whether you are a military family like I got, or you just appreciate them, it doesn't matter. Tip a cap, spare a thought in your own way, but we get to talk about stupid things like sports and coaches and all this other stuff we're going to do because of those who came before us. So thank you. Thank you is not enough, not nearly, but thank you for all that have come before us and giving us the freedoms we enjoy. Jason, we have the freedom tonight to pick Celtics or Mavs. Game 1, finally. I know that there's not a lot the NBA could have done about this, but was this too long of a break? Like, should they keep it? I know they're scheduling, and maybe there was a concert at TD Center. I don't know, but it's like, dude, it feels like I almost got to the point where I was kind of getting used to no basketball, and now we're going back to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I know they had the predetermined date, and, part of the problem was Boston made quick work in 4 games, and Dallas did it, in 5? So, had Dallas even had one more game in their series, that would have stretched it out just a little bit more and probably helped this. But it didn't. And, for Boston's sakes, gets them more time to get Porzingis up and running. And, Dallas to get their game plan. And everybody hopefully gives us the best possible series we can have with these two teams.
Yeah, and I know, like everyone, we don't have a dog in the fight. We'll talk a little bit later. In fact, I think I'll put out today's poll, who you're rooting for as a Kings fan. But we just...
And we could put that on the YouTube page.
Right. I just know that I know this is so stereotypical sports radio, but really, I just want a good series. I want 6 or 7 games, Jason. I want drama. I want moments. I want amazing shots. I want, I want some bang, bang, bangs. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not rooting for a quick series either. We may get one, but I hope we've got a competitive series, competitive games. And then just, these are moments that are going to define careers, build legacies. These are pretty cool things that will change things forever. Either kid's going to be a coach now with a title, or Missoula, Tatum, Luka, Brown, they'll get their first. Porzingis, Kyrie could get another. Like, this is good. This is the stuff that adds to, like I said, starts to add or build legacies.
And we're going to talk about next in 3 for Madness in 10 minutes. It's not just Kyrie's return to Boston. No one's talking about Porzingis' return to Dallas.
That's true.
And how that's going to go. But we heard from Jason Tatum earlier that there's finals pressure. He wants to enjoy it. The betting public, by the way, is siding with the Mavericks for the NBA Finals. Let me just give you some numbers here.
Really?
The Mavs would be the second biggest preseason long shot to win the NBA title in 35 years, and the betting public believes they're going to do it. Jason, approximately 80% of the bets placed this week have been on the Mavericks to upset the Celtics.
Wow.
The Celtics are only the third Eastern Conference champions to be favored in the finals over the past 24 years. They are minus 225 ahead of game one. That means you must bet $225 to win 100. The Mavs are plus 180, meaning if you bet 100, you win 180. The Mavs began the season at 25-1 and saw their odds go as high as 50-1 in January. Dallas was an underdog in just over half their games during the regular season, the most of any team that made it to the finals in the past 24 years. Obviously, they upgraded their roster, did some things, but according to ESPN Bet, 89% of the bets on the series are on Dallas. DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesar Sportsbook reporting the same lopsided action. Bottom line,
that's surprising.
Is it really is, and
what am I missing?
I think. Look, I'm not a betting guy per se, but my friend is. My guess is this. People often will say, "Well, I can't believe Vegas believes that the Celtics are going to win it by 6.5 tonight." Well, they start out with a number, and then the point of the lines is to adjust them so that you get equal amounts of money or as equal as possible on both sides. Remember, these places take what's called a VIG on the top of everything. So, Jason, if you're betting $100 on the Mavs with Carmichael Dave Sportsbook, okay. If you win,
CBS.
Yes, exactly. Carmichael
CDBS.
Dave, yes, CDBS rolls off the tongue. Jason, you bet $100 with me on the Mavs. If the Mavs lose, I get your $100. That's it. End of story. We walk away as friends. If you win, I get, again, I don't know the exact number. It varies, but you're going to get about like $89.50. You don't get the $100. You get the $100 less my little rake that I take there. So no matter what, I'm making money off of every losing and winning bet. I'm just making less money off the winning bets. It's not like if you and I, shook hands and bet $50 on this series. Well, if I lose, I'm paying you $50. I'm not paying you $41.75. That's how these casinos are super shiny. So in this case, you're going way beyond that. If you're talking 89% of the betting is on the Dallas Mavericks, what that tells me is that they now need to bring they're doing this. They're bringing the odds down on the Mavericks, and they got to bring the odds up, if you will, on Boston to make Boston more of a value, because right now the betting public apparently is seeing a ton of value in putting money in on the Dallas Mavericks.
Right. Yeah. Again, I mean, but I'd still overall I'm surprised about that. I think that's where the money is to be made. Yeah, you're right. But it just still surprises me.
Yeah, it completely does. The thing that I don't like, and this is how conspiracy theories are started, is, well, we know which team Vegas wants to win. Vegas is Las Vegas may actually, the entire city might put on a Boston Celtics jersey. Like they might actually outfit the Sphere in a throwback Larry Bird jersey. That's a respectable job. They very much want Boston to win this whole thing. That being said, let's focus in here now, Jason. Do the Mavs have to steal game one tonight? And I know they don't have to, like they could say, I get it. Right. I'm saying, in your opinion, is this one they really need to steal?
I feel like to win the series, it's got to be 1-1 at least, leaving Boston. So I guess it doesn't have to be game one. I go back to their series with Indiana, where Indiana had every chance, really more chances to win game one than Boston did. Jaylen Brown hits the tying three. They go into overtime, and then Boston wins. And right then and there, I go, I don't think Indiana can win the series. And it was only 1-0. And they ended up getting swept, and it was all competitive games. But when you're the underdog and, you got to get home court, you got to put some seeds of doubt out there. I just got to believe it's got to be at least 1-1. So it'd be nice to get the first one. And then also, does Boston start to go, wait, did Porzingis screw up things up? Did, Boston would start to have some questions here. So I think the sooner in the series you can do that for Dallas, the better off they are. I don't know that they could do those things, though.
If we're sitting here tomorrow and Dallas is up 1-0, is that enough? I guess it would depend on the game, but sight unseen. If we're coming in here tomorrow talking about Dallas taking a 1-0 lead in Boston, is that enough to change your prediction on the series?
I don't know if it'd be enough, but it certainly would open my eyes more on it and go, wow, I didn't think – it's not like I don't think Dallas can win a game. I'm not saying it's like that lopsided. I just think Boston has more ways to win. And when you're going in as the perceived better team, you've pretty much got all your guys. Yeah, there's going to be a wrinkle in adding Porzingis. But, I think it's going to take superhuman performances by Kyrie and Luka, which they are very capable of. But I think we would need to see that 4 times, and I think that's a big ask for them to do.
Finally, we only have 2 minutes left here. We've got 3 for Madness. We're going to talk a lot more about this later today, but let's just get it out of the way. Jason, who's going to win this series and in how many games?
I will say Boston in 5 games.
Okay, well.
Is that what you had?
This super exciting sports radio. I think it's going to be Boston in 5 games. That's exactly. I should have written it down.
No, but I said 5 games.
Oh, no, I think they'll win in 5.
No, but I said in 5 games.
Hand.
It's weird that I'm different on this one.
Oh, Christopher Line. Break the mold. Boston versus Dallas. Who's winning the series and in how many games?
Boston in 6.
Big difference.
Wow. Let me say this, Jason. I'm going to give you a choice. I am basketball Jesus. Hold on, I am basketball Jesus. I am here to tell you that the Boston Celtics are going to win the title, but they're going to do it in 4 or 6, not 5. You choose the one you think is most likely.
4.
Yes, same here. Same here. I'm so high on Boston in the series right now that I'm actually making myself nervous. And you know what? I'd love to be. Wouldn't it be great to be wrong? I want a 7-game series. That'd be awesome.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and Dallas can win it too. It's not like I'm rooting for Boston. That's not. I truly don't care who wins, which makes it easier and more enjoyable for me. I think Boston has more paths to win the series.
We'll take a break.
Well, as someone that's talked a lot of garbage, I am rooting for the Celtics.
Well, yeah. I mean, were you going to root for, Luka Buffet? No way.
Actually, I do not want him to get hurt. Let's say for some reason he gets suspended for the series. I know that's not, but for some reason he is not playing in the series. Then I would be rooting my heart out for Dallas.
So if Luka Doncic,
that'd be hilarious.
All right, so I'll set the scenario up as we break. So game 1, we're a minute and a half in, and Luka gets fouled. They don't call it. And he shoves Tony Brothers, and Tony falls down, and Luka just hops on him, like mounts him like an MMA, and just starts dropping elbows, right? And Tony's like all bloodied up. I'm being dramatic because I think that's what it would take to suspend him for the whole series. Now, so when that happens, you're coming in tomorrow.
I'm buying a cowboy hat.
But Luka also would get free throws.
Yeah, you would. We'll take a break.
Hey, by the way, I'm no one said it, but I'm rooting for the Kings.
You know what? That's excellent.
No one's calling that shot.
Hey, Kings and
Go
4.
Kings.
Hey,
Yes.
Stranger things have not happened. We'll take a break when we come back. Don't forget, Kelly Brothers at 7:30, Chris Watkins at 7:43. I want to find time today. I hope we do to ask Christopher Laud about his Manchester City team. This is so fascinating to me. Chris and Manchester City right now is so fascinating. I have questions for him, but I don't know if we're going to have time to get to it. Maybe we will tomorrow. Maybe that's Friday Fun and Games. It would just be me asking Chris about Manchester City. We'll also get to Chris Watkins and his trade machine as well. 3 for Madness coming up in just 1 minute.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry. You never have to miss them again. Check out sackdownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
Save on rows and rows of new Hondas during our giant summer sale at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Swing into summer at the Golf and Guitars Music Festival, June 24th and 25th at Hagen Oaks Golf Course. On June 25th, enjoy the live performances Under the Stars from Craig Campbell,
Outskirts of heaven,
Corey Kent, Love and Theft, plus Ashley Cook, Mark Willis, and more. It's not just about great music and golf. It's about giving back. Proceeds go to charities supporting youth, those with disabilities, and our veterans in the greater Sacramento region. Tickets start at just $40. Don't miss out on these great nights for a great cause. Get your tickets now at golfandguitars.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, Kelly Brothers coming up next. Sports Business. Chris Watkins,
Great
business at 7:43. Sam Amick for a full half hour at 8 a.m. We got a packed show for y'all. In the meantime, Chris Roulade, spotlight on him. Oh, let me, by the way, write this down here. Let's say 8:44 segment, somewhere in there. Once again, we got, if you don't have plans this weekend, we're trying to help you. NASCAR, Toyota Save Mart, $350. Cup Series tickets this weekend, just about an hour drive. What a great weekend to go to, by the way. It's going to be nice and cool, I'm sure, out there. Sunday, June 9th, we'll have a pair of tickets for you sometime in that segment. In the meantime, 3 for Madness. Question 1.
People are talking about Kyrie's return to Boston. What about Porzingis is returning to Dallas?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why aren't we doing the whole Kristaps Porzingis? You know, he's drafted by the Knicks, and then Dallas traded for him, and he was supposed to be Luka's running mate. You know, Luka could be the guy on the outside, the point guard guy, and Kristaps 7'3", he's on the inside. And boy, that didn't work. So you know, they go out and they get Kyrie Irving because of course that makes sense. Let's just plug up the backcourt and have Luka and Kyrie, 2 guys that need the ball in their hands. There's no way that could work, right? Like, Jason, yeah, let's be honest. You and I both have had to really rethink some things this year when you look at the Kyrie Luka thing, which I thought there's no way that would work, and then the Twin Towers thing in Minnesota, which granted, you know, they're not in the NBA Finals, but still I think worked a lot better than a lot of us thought. Like, it just goes to show you that there's never a sure thing in this business.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, I'm trying to think, though, of the scenarios of each of the 2 guys going back. Who gets more of the Bronx cheer? Kyrie tonight in Game 2 in Boston, or Porzingis in Games 3 and 4? Isn't it Kyrie?
Kyrie that gets what?
More of just that, like the true visiting greeting.
Oh God, it's gonna be. Oh man, it's
Kyrie over Porzingis, right?
Not even close.
Okay.
I don't even know that. I'm sure there'll be some audible boos for Porzingis, but I can't. I really can't imagine it's going to be much more than like 5 dudes booing. In Kyrie's case, it not only is it going to be the cacophony of booing, but it might also be one of those every time he touches the ball, they boo him out of his gourd. So we'll see.
Out of his gourd.
Out of his gourd, I say. Oh,
Yes.
Sam says, turns out the Mavericks are having shoot around. Could we possibly go a little bit shorter this week?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Sam, this is our time.
Yeah.
What do the Mavs have to do tonight?
Thank you. He says, yeah, right. He says we can play it by ear once he's there, but shoot around starts around 11:20. What does he need to be? They're shooting around.
Yeah.
Aren't they busy?
Yeah, come on, Sam. Priorities. We're here with you every week.
All right.
These guys show up once in the finals.
All right, let's see. I'm going to write it back in all caps. Typical athletic diva.
Yeah. Dave, this isn't why we pay for that subscription.
Thank you. And by the way, I won't bring this up to Sam because I really don't want to put him in a bad spot. But hey, Jonathan Athletic or whoever owns that place, Can you relax on the notifications, please? Because something happened in the last 2 weeks, and not only am I getting notification, hey, the A's lost 2-1, grade the players. Hey, here's your mock draft. Hey, here's this. It used to be I'd get athletic notifications for like major breaking news, and I don't know if there's a toggle in there, but it's starting to get. I'm going to have to turn their notifications off because I really don't need to grade the Pirates beating the Blue Jays. Like, I'm good on that.
Play with your toggle.
Yeah, I'm going to toggle that sucker. Number 2.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Question 2.
If the Mavs win, probably because of the shoot-around that they're having right now, does Luka break the Euro James Harden tag?
That's a good point by you, Chris. Yeah, he has to. I mean, look, I've called him Euro James Harden for a long time. I think they're incredibly similar in how they play and how rough it is to be a teammate of theirs, but look, you win the NBA Finals, dude. You're not Euro James Harden anymore because James Harden is, he's ringless. So I think it does break a few narratives about Luka, which is funny. Just 4 wins against the Celtics breaks all these narratives, but that's how the business works.
Yeah, right. I mean, this would be a breakthrough for him. It'd be his first title. I think he immediately goes into a different stratosphere of great players in the league, if not near the top, number 1, number 2, number 3. Right there, they're underdogs, even though people, as you said earlier, Dave, are betting on them. But this is what Harden was chasing. This is what other greats that don't have a ring are chasing. And Luka's got more time to add on if he were to win this one. So, again, legacies are formed in these times a year. And so this would be massive for him if he pulled this off.
Cut number 3.
Question 3.
If Dan Hurley becomes a Lakers coach, could that spell the end for LeBron in LA?
Well, that's the other aspect of this you have to look at. The thought was, well, they're going to go with, they're going to go with JJ Redick. That's his podcast buddy. And LeBron's calling the shots. And I understand that. That's not conspiracy theory. Look, LeBron calls the shots most everywhere he is. I don't know how this supports that narrative, though. If they're going with it, and it also, by the way, makes me wonder. I can't imagine a world where LeBron James is LeBron James is a free agent and his son is about to enter the draft. We are in uncharted territory here. It's incredibly weird on top of that Anthony Davis, I'm sure you've heard, has privately professed a preference for James Borrego. They have a relationship. Now you're not going to do Redick. You're not going to do Borrego. You're going to do Dan Hurley. I can't imagine a world in which Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, et cetera, haven't already talked to LeBron and AD. They're 2 big superstars about it. But again, that's an inept organization. Maybe they haven't. Also, could they be preparing for the departure of LeBron James? And with that, the departure of his, God, I don't even know what he makes, dude. But I'm guessing 40-something million a year. I mean, maybe they're thinking in the back of their head, we were going to bring in, here's my conspiracy theory, and then I'll shut up, Jason. They were going to bring in JJ Redick because that's LeBron's guy and they wanted to keep LeBron here. LeBron made it clear to the Lakers that his intention is to test the waters and go somewhere else, maybe wherever Bronny goes. And at that point, they went, okay, well, there's no point in us bringing JJ Redick. That was kind of a nod to keep LeBron here. Now we're going to bring in Dan Hurley, anticipating both LeBron being gone and perhaps Anthony Davis being sent somewhere for assets. And if we're going to do a rebuild around youth and we really want to do this long term, why would we not want one of the best youth developers in the entire sport?
That would be a huge turn of face for the franchise, though. And, if that is even something they're remotely thinking about, that's pretty bold. Right? I mean, you've got a once-in-a-lifetime player in LeBron who broke the scoring record as a Laker, who, won a championship there as a Laker and still wants to play and still is a ticket demand. There's still a weight around LeBron James to have him on your franchise. But if you were to totally retool like that, it actually might not be the wrong play, but it certainly would be a bold play for them.
I do think you guys are forgetting one thing.
Uh-oh.
And ESPN brought this up when they were talking about this. LeBron tweeted that he liked Hurley's offense when watching the March Madness.
Now the shoe's on the other hand.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a horse of a different topic. Because maybe LeBron's been LeBron's been orchestrating this whole thing from the beginning. That's what it is. He's behind everything.
He doesn't take part of any coach he's ever had.
I think LeBron James, once he was done with the TV rights negotiations, decided to turn his attention to who's going to be their next coach. I think that's what's happening here, Jason.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Always busy.
We have Toyota Save Mart 350 NASCAR Cup Series tickets coming up in the 8:44 segment. Also, we're going to get to the Chris Watkins trade machine. He's got a couple of trades that he brought up yesterday that caught our eye. Also, Kyle Draper is all hot to trot for Zach LaVine. They put out a poll yesterday, he and Whitey, and I don't think, last I checked, it wasn't supporting Kyle Draper's line of thinking, but we'll explore that, make a case for both sides. Sam Amick will join us at 8 for a brief moment, apparently. Kelly Brothers, though, in sports business, coming up right after
Good
this.
at business.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
So Charleston McCaffrey, a cutback run 30, breaks 340. McCaffrey midfield. McCaffrey 40, 30, 20, and toasted all the way down to the 3-yard line on the first play of the game. CMC Dynamite!
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
A woman not only knows what she's going to wear, she knows what you're not going to wear.
Rob Schneider.
You're not wearing that.
Coming to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 4th.
You're not wearing that. I know I'm not. I just tried it on, to kind of warm up the idea of clothes, and then.
Don't miss Rob Schneider. Tickets on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
I remember as if it were yesterday. I reached down to move a nightstand and was astonished at the weight of the piece. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. At that moment, I instantly recognized the difference between Naturewood's quality furniture that will last a lifetime versus lesser quality furniture found elsewhere. Now, I suppose there's a huge difference in what you'd put in your first apartment and what you would live with in the comfort of your own home. Right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings Made in USA sale is a great time to fill your home with solid, superior quality furniture to reflect your own love for life. With brands like Sam Moore, Stanton, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and many more, Naturewood Home Furnishings has tables, chairs, couches, and yes, nightstands, and more at their Made in USA sale. Find furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
The IRS deadline has come and gone. So do you owe money to the IRS? If so, you need an ally. Whether you owe the IRS $6,000 or $600,000, whether your tax problems are personal or business, the professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to step in and negotiate your fresh start with the IRS. Here's a happy customer of Allies Tax Relief.
Before calling Allies Tax Relief, I feared the IRS would take all of my assets. I owed them over $562,000. Thankfully, I was referred to Allies and called them for help. They ultimately saved my life from uncertainty. Allies negotiated my giant tax debt to an unbelievable $1,500. They are professionals and they fight the fight for their clients.
Allies Tax Relief will protect your assets from being seized and your paycheck from being garnished. Call right now for your free consultation. 800-296-0772. That's 800-296-0772. Or visit AlliesTaxRelief.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Good morning, Kelly Brothers. Sports business. As we get started, well, first, good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Good. I was going to open the segment there, Dave, but I'm glad I didn't. That would be stepping over the line. There's no doubt about it.
Kelly.
Can you hear me?
Working on it. We'll get it in a second. Chris will give me a nod as soon as it's ready. Oh, should be good. Kelly, are you there? Nope. Still.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Kelly Brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Good to see you both. Where's Jason today? He looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm working from the home state, just like you, Kelly. I'm at home today. It's just good. Good to be here. Good to see you again.
Jason's doing what we like to call the Carmichael Dave, where he goes on vacation for a week, gets sick, and then has to miss the following week and then do the exact following weekend. Jason, I think that's the exact same thing I did I not?
It's almost the same pattern. Yeah, exactly.
That's what we do here, Kelly.
I think vacation, get sick, and then after you recover, you're going to need a vacation just to kind of recover from that, and then you get sick again. I see the endless circle there. I think that's an excellent strategy.
Yes. Kelly, you probably can't see this, but this is a I'm going to hold this up to the camera. This is me FaceTiming with my dad. There we go. Because I sent him the copy of the podcast you were nice enough to let me on. And for those of you who don't, you all know that Kelly's my dad's favorite segment. And then what you don't know is that Kelly was kind enough, he and his great partner had the idea of, they actually made a separate intro specifically shouting out my dad and then edited that together so I could send him. Well, the problem is, and this isn't their fault, the only way you can send it is on Dropbox. So I had to try to walk my dad through Dropbox, who was convinced that he had to sign up, which he didn't. So then I had to save it and make it an attachment. Anyways, long story short, I finally get my dad the ability to open it. And then I say, Dad, I'm going to FaceTime you while you're listening to it on your iPad. And the best part is he listens to it. And I think at first it didn't register with him that it was a special thing for him. And then when it finally did, I think he actually thought that was your actual open. And then I know he's listening right now. He's going to get really mad. I'm 94% sure, Kelly, he actually thought that you and I did a podcast just for him and nobody else heard it. Either way, he enjoyed it. So thank you very much.
Let him believe that, because we certainly would have. We absolutely would have, Dave. Why not? He deserves it. As far as I'm concerned.
He certainly does. Kelly, you each and every week you're a professional, so you shoot us over some topic ideas, and we're on the same page here with this NBA deal, $70+ billion over the next 11, 12 years. I think the NBA is making money. The players are going to make a ton more money, and TNT is out as expected. Pretty big deal for the NBA.
No, it is, and it's a big deal for fans, and announcers matter. And Ernie Johnson will not be going along with wherever the rest of them go. The rest of them will go somewhere. I mean, they'll have their deal, but without Ernie kind of being, the guy in the middle of the circus there and keeping the train running on time, will it be as good? Probably not. But that's Ernie's decision, and that's the way the world works. And we'll get him for one more year. But the Wall Street Journal did a nice article this morning. I would direct you there. By the way, I love the Wall Street Journal, and I love it because they're still very clear about what is news and what is opinion. And I love that because I love reading both, and I don't like it when these publications mix up the two. But in this case, it's all about they take the deal, and then they project out as to who is going to be the NBA's first $100 million a year player. And they project it's going to happen in the year 32-33, the season 32-33.
Wow.
And that it will be probably Luka. The fact that he, they run through Jaylen Brown's, Jason Tatum's, they're going to be right there behind him. But I believe Luka is eligible this year for the 5-year extension, the Supermax. And I think that's going to be about $350 million for him. And then once that is up, that will catapult him to the $100 million a year status. In case you're wondering, the first to $5 million in the NBA was Larry Bird. Magic was the first to 10. Remember, didn't he sign? Was it 10 years, $100 million, or was it?
It was no. 40? It was Jason. Wasn't it like a 25-year deal or something weird like that? I thought not a 20.
That was even beforehand. I think his last one was 10 million. Jordan was the first to crack 20 and 30. Curry the first to crack 40 and 50. And now they're saying that Luka will be the first one to $100 million because of what this is doing to the over. The players have a nice deal. As the brand expands, they're going to get their share. And boy, players and agents are going to bring home some money. So look for Luka.
Hey, and real quick, Jason, before your question, sorry, I just want to insert that odds are, Kelly, you were reading that article by a guy written by a guy named Joe Flint. Joe Flint will join us. I just tried to ask Chris off the air and it went on the air. What time tomorrow?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. tomorrow. Joe Flint of the Wall Street Journal will join us and we'll talk about that very article and the subject matter, obviously, that Kelly was referencing. Sorry, Jason, wanted to get that quick plug in. The floor is yours.
Yeah, no problem. Kelly, Dave and I were discussing this yesterday, and you'd be better equipped to answer. Why do you think such a long deal? I know NFL's got a new deal, and that's going to be in the longer variety. These are all massively lucrative deals, but what do you think the benefit is to have it be, 11 years for both parties here?
Yeah, I just think they like to log. They just don't want to be distracted by a new deal every few years, so they do it a year out. And the last deal was pretty long as well. I don't think it was 11. Was it 10 or 9? But it was a pretty long deal as well. But businesses like certainty. They don't want to give up the upside. But as one guy said yesterday, as a former head of Fox Sports. He said, entertainment is a swamp and live sports is firm ground in that swamp. And everyone's heading there because it's the last place on the planet where where people will actually watch the commercials. And so the advertiser is much happier to be in live sports. And that's why we're seeing these incredible deals, not to mention, the deep pocketed people who are going after these sports. I mean, Amazon wasn't in the game 10 years ago. Apple wasn't in the game 10 years ago. And so they are, we can all kind of reminisce about the good old days and what media used to look like. But when you see what advertising dollars, what Amazon made in advertising, you know where all the money went. It's Amazon, it's Google, it's everywhere else. The fragmentation of the advertising dollar is real, and the big players are entering sports now in a way they never have before. So it's I don't know. It's probably the other. It's also good news for a team like the Kings. Although we're still in California, that $100 million a year to Luka, that's $14-15 million more a year in Texas than it is in California. Mm-hmm. So maybe as the numbers get bigger, maybe it hurts a small market California team like Sacramento. We don't know. We don't know the attitude of the agents or the players.
It's interesting as we talk to Kelly Brothers, as we do each and every Thursday at 7:30. And just to kind of piggyback on Jason's question, you've got the NFL, the NBA, MLS, all the major sports, I believe, are now locked in decade-plus deals. And as you just made the same point we made yesterday, Kelly, it's such a great point that, which sounds like I'm patting us all on the back here, but it is a great point that news and sports, again, unless you're my dad who DVR sports and I can't stand it, most of us don't DVR it. We watch the commercials live, which is almost a foreign thing. You don't watch sitcoms and sit through the commercials. You don't binge on Netflix or Hulu generally and sit through the commercials. But sports are completely different. We are conditioned to sit through the commercials, which is obviously a bigger deal for advertisers. So then the question, again, as Jason said, well, why are they locking themselves in for a decade plus? Why would they not just go in 4-year increments? And I hear I hear what you say. They don't want the distraction, but that's a lot of money that they could be distracted by. What we were kind of tinfoil hatting was maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they know something that's coming, Kelly, that we don't, in a way that distribution is going to change. And I don't know if everyone's going to be pirating everything or if we're just going to roll into our VR headsets in 5 years and watch everything for free. I have no idea, but it seems like it doesn't make business sense. But Carmichael Dave isn't going to question the business acumen of the NBA and the NFL. So it seems like there's something missing there.
Yeah, and then, just to throw on another layer here. So then at the same time, we also have this lawsuit. And it's which may change the way the NFL has to distribute its games, may change their economics in a significant way, and this is the lawsuit which is actually going to trial now, and it could cost the NFL billions, and it has to do with NFL Sunday ticket package and the fact that the folks who filed the lawsuit. By the way, this came out of a San Francisco bar called the Mucky Duck. And it was a complaint about how they handle, out-of-market broadcasts. But now they're saying, no, maybe this is anti-competitive, the way the NFL colludes, the teams collude to sell this package and charge hundreds of dollars to people to watch their team when they're not on, CBS or Fox. And so it's turned into a much bigger deal. And I think they can still do this. I mean, we'll see what the trial does, but what if the NFL was forced to blow up that model and just allow, local teams or maybe to broadcast all games over the air? But I don't know how that's different than, forcing people to have an Amazon Prime membership to watch a game or, forcing people to have, an ESPN membership. I'm not sure how this is different from a business fairness standpoint, but it's going to trial, and they believe they have a shot at winning this. And then what do they do then? Do they allow local teams not on the national broadcast to sell their own broadcast?
Doesn't sound American to me, Jason.
No, and it makes me wonder, Kelly, how closely we should be following that. Like, is this potentially like a huge breakthrough trial, or what do you think?
People are shocked that it got this far, but they are supposedly you're going to see Roger Goodell testify. You're going to see Jerry Jones. And they say you're going to get a glimpse into how the NFL conducts its business behind closed doors. So, but again,
lost him.
Nope, we lost him. And I heard the beep.
Still.
There we go. We lost you, and now you're back. Go ahead. We lost you right around Goodell testifying.
Just that Goodell's going to testify, Jones is going to testify, and we're going to find out a little bit more about how they conduct business. But the plaintiffs say, hey, we got to sign up for a bunch of games we don't want, and we have to pay for a bunch of games we don't want. But I don't know. That's the whole streaming model. You sign up for Amazon Prime, you're getting a lot of shows you don't want, and you don't have to watch. So I don't know how this got to where it is, but it's going to trial.
And it's interesting because there's a reason why you don't, think in your head, everybody. When was the last time you saw David Stern, Adam Silver, Roger Goodell, Gary Bettman, you name it, Don Garber? When was the last time you saw any of these guys on a witness stand? And generally, they usually figure out a way to either settle or squirm their way out of it, because you do not want Roger Goodell on the stand being asked questions about this, that, whatever. And, oh, by the way, have you ever seen anybody do cocaine in the NFL offices? Like that, that's where these things can go, and they're under oath, and they don't want any part of that, Kelly. They never do.
No, but they say they're going to present documents. One showing that the NFL discussed retail pricing with bidders rejecting proposals for cheaper alternatives, and colluded to raise the price as high as they could for consumers. It's important because NFL had 93 of the most 100 watched anything on TV last year. 93 out of 100.
Real quick, guys, it's great that we have Kelly.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
I gotta believe this. According to, hold on, I had to check and see if this was true. Okay, good. According to several now reports, TNT, don't call it a comeback, baby. They're not out of it yet. TNT is currently negotiating to secure NBA media rights. Quote, it's not over until it's over. Sources say TNT is still at the table for a smaller, less expensive fourth package that could include regular season and some playoff games. Another scenario, the NBA slicing off a package of locally televised games from teams and turning them into national games for TNT. Let's go. It'll be Ernie, Charles, Kenny, and Shaq. Kings versus San Antonio, and they get 3 games a year. Let's go. Wow.
Wait. But this piece of breaking news too, Dave. TNT has just hired Carmichael Dave to travel the country in a VW bus.
Yeah, the price is right. The breaking news keeps coming. I'm looking on my Twitter account right now. I just got this DM. Let's see. Tina Olivia noticed my profile and wants to talk about it more privately. I don't know who that is, but I've got an ego. I appreciate that. Maybe I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I'll keep you posted. Kelly, as always, she's trying to negotiate a smaller package. We appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks Kelly.
Guys.
All right,
Peace
take
out.
care.
See you, bye.
Peace out. Jason, the funny part about that is I was not trying to make a pun there, and it just happened. Didn't mean that. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll reiterate that breaking news. And we'll also see if we can't get to Chris Watkins' trade machine. We'll do that right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit ConsumerCellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
My buddy's a high roller. He goes, dude, I'm a high roller, man.
David Spade live. Catch me inside tour.
Oh, dude, they fly me out there. Comp. That $89 flight on Southwest, they cover that? You know it. How about limo to and fro the airport with a sunroof? How much you down? He goes, about 90 grand.
David Spade, Friday, November 22nd, on stage at Hard Rock Live, Sacramento. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss David Spade live.
Carmichael Dave here, reminding you this Father's Day, you can make your backyard the ultimate retreat with Amy's Outdoor Living, your grilling headquarters. See the new Red Hot barbecue brands, Napoleon and Rectech. Napoleon grills, perfect gas, perfect infrared grilling, built to last. And those Rectech pellet grills, they're built like a tank and offer the #1 rated grilling app. Now, Amy also features Weber, Big Green Egg, and Traeger gas and pellet grills like I have, and the Gosney professional pizza ovens. Guys, I threw my old pizza oven out. I got the Gosney in my backyard. It is so awesome to do pizza at home with the family. Free setup and delivery on $3.99 and over purchases. Save 40% off selected in-stock patio furniture and umbrellas. Visit their clearance center in the Sacramento store for scratch and dent savings. Amy's Outdoor Living, El Camino near Watt, and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
Save on rows and rows of new Hondas during our giant summer sale at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Speaking of disses, let's throw it back to the time Conor McGregor just cooked Draymond Green. This is Conor McGregor was seen wearing a number 23 Warriors jersey shortly before it when he walked in for the his fight with Floyd Mayweather, and on Instagram, Draymond Green posted, "We're rocking with Floyd, bro, not you. Take that off." To which Conor McGregor replied, "That's CJ Watson, mate. I don't know who the F you are. No disrespect, though, kid. Keep hustling and stay in school." It still gets me every single time because I honestly think there's like a 60% chance Conor McGregor had no idea who Draymond Green was. Meanwhile, we all know it's very apropos. Drake, who has been losing on the streets, but he's trying to win in the world of betting. Chris Rulad just sent us this. Posted to Drake's Instagram. He has bet $500,000 on the Dallas Mavericks to win the whole thing. He would win $875,000 if, in fact, he wins that bet for a total payout of $1.375 million. Weirdly enough, is exactly the bet I made, Jason Ross. So we're running. Yeah,
same guy.
All right, so TNT is still in the game. According to reports, we may, in fact, have ourselves an Inside the NBA after all, which, let me be honest, as a fan, Jason, if we can have NBC and we can have whatever, Amazon's like the guy. Amazon's like, what was the movie where they did everything to find the keg of beer so they could go to the big party, and then they thought they were going to be heroes when they showed up, and it was like, just throw it over there on top of all the other kids. Was that Superbad? Yeah, I think you're right. That's why I feel like Amazon. They're just like, okay, all right there, McLovin. Thanks for your coverage.
We do sports too, guys.
Right, exactly. All right, Jeff. Thanks a lot, Mr. Bezos. Have fun. But if we
Jeopardy.
Jeff, if we get the NBA on NBC and Inside the NBA, then as the fans are winning, Jason.
You know what would be interesting, and I don't know when this is, as you described it, it's like a fourth, much smaller version of a basketball package. Is it going to be that small in the fact that like guys like Shaq and Chuck and Kenny are going to be coveted by other high demand dollars and markets? Like, are they so connected to each other where they go, yeah, I'd rather work less, I won't make as much, but stick with Ernie? Or would it be, the other, like, hey, I can't turn down, gobs of money and more opportunity on another one of the platforms? That'll be interesting to see.
Jason, I don't know much, but I know I love you. Sorry, I had to do it. I don't know much, but I would bet my house, and then I would bet your overhang, not your entire house, because, if I lose, I don't want you guys homeless. My guess is this. Ernie, Charles, Kenny, and Shaq will be instantly offered the exact same amount of money, regardless of how many shows TNT does. There's TNT can't. The 90% of the reason they're even trying to negotiate this is for inside the NBA. I can't imagine a world where they get the NBA rights and still lose one of those guys. I imagine they'll say to him, hey, you're going to get the same money. You're going to do a quarter of the work. Go ahead. Say no. Go to NBC.
It's going to be weird when the Kings have 20 TNT games next season.
Right, exactly. We're all excited for it. We'll see, though. You're right. It will be interesting. And also kind of like what you mentioned, let's play announcer roulette. Where's everyone landing? Where's Kevin Harlan going?
Sure.
Where Mike Breen, where is everyone going to land? And are there going to be new opportunities for new announcers? Or the Spiro Didices and the Iron Eagles of the world going to be taking even more prominent roles? So it's a good time right now in the world of NBA media. And by the way, I saw a guy, Mike Barnbaum, on earlier asking this, and he's absolutely right. Now that the TV deals are just about done, you can expect the next big thing to be talked about over the next year is I would imagine, my guess would be sometime within the next year, we're going to have Seattle and Las Vegas announced as the next expansion franchises for the NBA, and that will probably line up perfectly with LeBron James's retirement and his thought to be presumptive ownership of Las Vegas.
The loudest secret ever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is all at this point. If it's not Vegas, and that's another thing, we can get to sometime this summer. We'll get to Vegas again, and how this may or may not affect the A's going there as well, because now all of a sudden you're looking at all the teams being in Las Vegas from the sports. And yeah, Jason, we're about to get Seattle back in the NBA, and I couldn't be happier.
A lot of people couldn't be happy. That's gonna be a great thing for sure. Looking forward to
that. Breaking news. Christopher Laud, it was, and this guy's right, at least this is what I was referring to. It was Teen Wolf was where they put the tag.
Yeah. Great movie.
Wonderful movie. All right, we'll take a break. We'll get to Chris Watkins here. We just went long with Kelly Brothers, and what a great day for me to not. There's literally a story out there about a media outlet negotiating a smaller package, and I don't have an Upsize Matters spot today. That's just great timing. Sam Amick. Oh, I do? Well, it's not on here. Oh, you did? Okay. Is that coming up at 8:27?
8:42.
8:42. Oh, you got the wrong one in here. Hey, all right. We'll save that joke for then, even though we just kind of blew our. Okay. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Sam Amick from Boston next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa. I'm surprised at how many players wait too long to have their golf clubs regripped. I'll pick up my playing partner's clubs when they're left near the green, and that's when I notice that some of the problems in their games could be attributed to worn golf grips. If yours are shiny or worn when you play, you're probably gripping the club too strongly for fear of losing it during a swing. The golf grip is your connection to the club, and fresh grips let you hold the club lightly, promoting proper swing mechanics and swing action. Many of us simply replace the grips with the same product that was on the club, but with so many different types of materials, colors, tackiness, softness, and more, you'll find plenty of sizes and colors to fit your game and your personality. Your local pro shop or club fitter can re-grip your clubs, or you can purchase a kit and do it yourself. Either way, re-gripping once a year is an inexpensive and fast way to bring a noticeable change to your game and to give your clubs that new club feel. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Get ready to fuel your spirit of adventure with Kia Vacaville Summer Sticker Sales Event. It's time to crank up the excitement, calling all thrill seekers. Are you ready for an adrenaline-packed journey? Introducing the Kia Telluride, the ultimate companion for your next adventure. Picture this: blazing trails through uncharted territories, conquering the wild with the power and precision of the Kia Telluride. With Kia Vacaville, you can join the expedition and experience the thrill of off-road exploration like never before. With its rugged design and cutting-edge features, the Kia Telluride is your passport to unforgettable adventures. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Head to Kia Vacaville today and gear up for the adventure of a lifetime during their summer sticker sales event. Your adventure starts now. Kia Vacaville, where every journey is an adventure. Visit Kia Vacaville today. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
Swing into summer at the Golf and Guitars Music Festival, June 24th and 25th at Hagen Oaks Golf Course. On June 25th, enjoy the live performances Under the Stars from Craig Campbell, Corey Kent, Love and Theft, plus Ashley Cook, Mark Willis, and more. It's not just about great music and golf. It's about giving back. Proceeds go to charities supporting youth, those with disabilities, and our veterans in the greater Sacramento region. Tickets start at just $40. Don't miss out on these great nights for a great cause. Get your tickets now at golfandguitars.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam Team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, we'll get to Sam Amick in about 5 seconds. I am delighted to report. This will be a surprise to everybody on the show. I'm delighted to report breaking news for Christopher Law. He will be joining us tomorrow morning. As everything has been worked out, just please consult your immediate supervisor on that. But we have all been cleared. And, so we'll be full strength tomorrow, Jason Ross. That's got to feel good. Your thoughts?
That is breaking news. Well, I'd love to get Chris's thoughts.
I think Chris is fine. I think Chris is happy. Okay. It's going to work out just fine for Chris. Let's put it that way. As we walk through the streets of Massachusetts with the beautiful angle, looking at nice green trees, it looks like it might be a little overcast there, unless that's just the way the camera's working. From The Athletic, hey, there he goes, Sam Amick. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, gentlemen. I forgot. You're so picky about your camera angles, Dave.
No, I love it. Look, I'm picky about the camera angles. I wanted to compliment you, by the way. I know you work for The Athletic. As you know, I have a couple subscriptions there, one for me, one for my son. I want you to pass on to whoever is in charge of this. I don't know if it's Jonathan Athletic, the owner, or whomever it may be. I wanted you to pass on. I'm really enjoying the alerts asking me to grade a lot of these games that are happening in baseball and all that different stuff. I love the interaction. It's amazing. So give them the big thumbs up, would you?
I will. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling customer service.
All right.
The best part. First of all, I'm gonna jump in. I love our semi routine, walking with Sam segments. So
From
the
Boston.
unique part of this, I'm on the Freedom Trail, man. I'm out here with the tourists, walking to TD Garden. But of course, you hit me as I'm at like the peak of this massive hill. So if you hear a little heavy breathing, just, don't judge me here.
Yeah, Sam's working out, guys. Yeah, for those of you on the radio, he's walking. We're not, anyway. Sam, I'm confused. Can you help me? I think Jason is confused too.
Always.
So we thought it was going to be JJ Redick in LA, and now it appears that it'll be Dan Hurley, maybe, but we don't know. You're the one with all the connections to Jeannie Buss and the whole, no one's more connected to the Lakers than you are, buddy, over the years. What the hell is going on in Los Angeles?
Well, I was hoping you would keep, okay, I think we're good, talking for a second. There was a hot rod coming by showing off his engine, so we're good now. They kept it pretty quiet, very quiet. And it definitely appears now, out of nowhere, out of nowhere from a media public standpoint, that Mr. Hurley is seriously in the running, and an offer has been made. They are trying to convince him to make the jump to the NBA. Obviously an incredible record in college, and a guy who, this is what I love about the internet. It takes like 5 seconds for people to find all the old stuff. Like, irony of ironies, there's a great clip of JJ Redick interviewing Dan Hurley and really talking about, his philosophy and the type of stuff that would probably make you want to hire Dan Hurley over JJ Redick.
Right. Sam Amick on the Freedom Trail. He's trying to talk. Can he hear us? I think
they took his freedom.
No, because there was a little bit of a matrix there. It went, and then, I think Sam has now noticed he can hear us, but we cannot hear him. Is that a Sam issue? It is a Sam issue?
Oh,
now he's got to try to figure out. Now he's got to do the old man thing where because there's probably nothing he's done. How's he going to mute? How's he going to mute himself?
It looked like he was trying to take a call.
Oh, and he muted himself?
No, I think it was like trying to get a call, and then he tried to end it.
Because he's got the AirPods in. Yeah. Sam, reach into your phone and hit mute, or should I say unmute? Oh, we just lost him. All right, we're gonna reconnect, unless of course. Maybe Sam was getting breaking news right there, and he had to.
Yeah, that could have been Dan Hurley or JJ Redick.
I heard
it pop back in.
I hear the bloop. There he is, live from Boston. Sam Amick. Sam, you were giving us the TikTok on the whole. I think we lost you right around JJ Redick interviewing Dan Hurley and making you want to hire Dan Hurley. Something like that. What happened?
Lost him again.
We lost him again. Okay. Well, well, look. Hey, when it breaks, we're here with breaking news. I'll tell you this much, Chris. Let's do this. We'll get him back.
Shorter.
We'll get him.
Hey, we're back.
There we go. Sam. Hi.
Good Lord. Well, and more irony of ironies, or blame our Lakers beat writer who called me in the middle of the segment. And
so was that? So that wasn't Dan Hurley then?
No, Dan Hurley wasn't calling.
Okay, all right.
We're back. I'm getting heckled by neighbor John and Jody. So I'm very sorry for letting y'all down.
Yeah, tell them to shut up. We're doing a show. We don't want you to mute your phone again. Anyway, so we don't know what the hell's going on in LA.
No, it seems like Dan's the priority. So Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, it's funny. They conducted this search differently. They were not as inclusive with their own staff. Even the Buss brothers who work in the front office and other people that are part of the program. When they hired, Darvin Ham, everybody kind of knew what was going on, and everybody had the same talking points. Jeannie and Rob went into the bunker for this one when it comes to Dan. Obviously chose not to let that get out, and then, and now it does. And only they know. And I do wonder, once the reporting had swung so far in JJ's direction, because that's what everybody thought was happening, was that their incentive for saying, okay, let's bring Dan's name into the conversation. But, we'll see if he takes it. He's talked in the past about wanting to make the jump to the NBA, showed some interest, and we'll see what happens next.
Sam, I'd be curious. Instinctually, I feel like just the name sounds better, and that's no shot at JJ Redick. He hasn't coached yet. Maybe he would be great. But I think Hurley makes a lot of sense. But the pushback I guess I would have would be, how would he be different than past coaches that coached college that for whatever reason didn't have the same NBA success? What do you think he'll be if he is given the job as a head coach in the NBA?
Well, the one that kind of under the radar, he hasn't won a championship, but he's pretty successful, is, Billy Donovan's a good NBA coach, coming out of Florida, obviously started off with the Durant, Westbrook group in the Thunder, makes his way from there. So he comes to mind. I don't know him at all. I don't know his style all that well. It did certainly get my attention that, LeBron had tweeted some positive things about him not too long ago, and you always feel like that sort of stuff matters in Lakerland. But watching these interviews, he's a pretty dynamic guy, and he had me kind of wanting to run through a wall with one of the segments I saw. Will that work at the NBA level where you're not motivating kids? I'm not sure.
Sam Amick of The Athletic joining us live from Boston ahead of tonight's NBA Finals Game 1, 6 p.m. Pacific. Sam, tinfoil hat on. Well, if JJ Redick is doing his podcast and he and LeBron are besties, and that was the guy and for LeBron, and he's a free agent and his kid's being drafted probably. You also have heard that Anthony Davis allegedly has a preference for James Borrego. Now they decided to go with Dan Hurley, a college coach with zero NBA experience. So maybe the Lakers found out that LeBron James might not be staying and are looking at a rebuild and think Dan Hurley's the right guy as opposed to having JJ Redick there with LeBron on another team.
You really need like an actual tinfoil sponsor for the show.
Yeah, I need like that Alex Jones tinfoil meme where I need that hat to put on with a little. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I guess where I'm seriously going with that question is you understand the dynamics of power more than we do within the Lakers organization. Is your instinct that are they talking to LeBron and or AD about this stuff or no?
LeBron, I'm not sure. It seems like he stayed out of it. AD, I think the answer is yes. And really, I don't think, LeBron, for as great as he still is 39. And as somebody put it to me, and this is not a Lakers person, but close to it, is like they love him and they're excited that they think he'll probably be coming back. But, there will be life, post LeBron in Lakerland, and Anthony Davis has a lot to do with that. So I don't think LeBron's pulling the strings on this one. And I actually think that, for me, in my role and the stuff I enjoy doing, I look forward to talking to Jeannie Buss about this once it's all said and done, to find out the part that she played. If I had to guess, I think, this feels like her saying, damn it, if we're changing coaches again, we're going to go big, and we're going to go big in the kind of way where we're not doing it for a long time. It's funny because Pat Riley came to mind, or, has come up in the conversation in relation to Redick, where the Lakers were supposedly infatuated with Redick and saw him as a possible Riley-type hire. Well, Dan, he's got a lot more experience and success than Pat did when he took over the Lakers as a head coach. But there's part of me that says that a few of the themes are dynamic personality, a presence, and I think if I had to guess, she's trying to swing big, and she and Rob are trying to get something done.
And if that's the case too, Sam, I got to believe they're not going to stop at the coach, right? Do you anticipate them, no matter what kind of flexibility they have, are they going to try to add to that? You anticipate them being aggressive in free agency or in trades?
Yeah, I do. I think they're going to go start shopping again. Now, yet again, as we feel like every year, talk about what the Lakers, is it, like Trae Young has come up in the media, right? And that just makes no sense to me. Like, I don't see him making them. We're now running through Boston. Trying to cross the street there. A guy like that is a name. I don't see him taking them to the next level. So then it's, Donovan Mitchell, DeJounte Murray, who might it be? But yes, I think they're going to be aggressive. They know, this window is incredibly small at this point. So I think it'll be a pretty interesting Lakers summer.
Sam Amick of The Athletic walking through Boston as we speak on his way to Mavs shoot-around. By the way, Sam had communicated this earlier with shoot-around happening. We might go a little short. Sam, just let us know when you got to go. Whenever just say, hey, I got, last question or whatever, we can do that on the air. Also, we were wondering, if they're shooting around, what the hell do you have to do?
Rebound?
Do what I do. Observe. It's my old job.
Just observing. Oh, hey, yeah. Let me help you out. Oh, hey, Luka made that three. Well, great pass from Kyrie. Oh, hey, this guy's doing a jump rope. There you go. There's your report.
I'm gonna go sit courtside and antagonize Luka and just try to get him to yell F-bombs at me in anticipation of this evening.
Speaking of unnecessary antagonization, which I don't think is a word. We have not spoken since Mike Brown got his contract wrapped up. You and I did speak off the air about, certain people involved in the negotiating party returning to the roost, if you will, and maybe wrapping stuff up. I don't know if that's the case or not. Who knows? But that whole – Sam, can I just say that whole thing was weird? And just from your experience, you have any idea why that got weird? You know what I mean?
I do. It's part of it is it's like the Lakers thing, right? We're like, there's always going to be somewhat of a disconnect between what's happening internally and what's getting reported. So that's kind of the macro 2 cents I would share. But I think the weird part, what was the final number in the end? I'll be honest, that's like, it's 3 for, I want to say 27. Is that?
It's like 3 for 27, and then what, Jason? Isn't there bonuses that can get it up to 10 or so? Yeah.
Well, whatever the numbers were, my first thought was, we try our best to report as much as possible, but like the bonuses matter a lot. You know what I mean? Like what are they? What is it? Just getting to the playoffs? Is it do you have to win the championship all 3 years? What are the bonuses? Because that makes a big impact on the money, and I do think. Again, we're all, at least me, I'm always trying to not necessarily tell you every transaction that's happening, but help you understand why certain things happen. Like Mike, for sure, I think, was not feeling the process when it comes to the numbers that were being given to him in relation to the market. We've talked about Jamal Mosley in the past, the Orlando coach who had got an extension recently, and I think his deal was being used as a comp. I know, and I'm in the same boat. Like these guys, they all make so much money. You tend to go, oh, get over it. It's a big deal. Just sign it. Well, that's just not how it works. Like you want to feel respected. And if you look around the industry, you're a guy like Mike Brown, who's been a head coach in 3 spots, done a lot of things in this business, coached some of the best players who ever played the game and has had a good run, even with the teams not making the playoffs. As we've talked about, like it's, it is no small thing to have a winning record in Sacramento. So he wanted to get rewarded, and I think for a minute it was not looking good.
Yeah, how shaky do you think that was, Sam? I know that that's part of negotiations. Feelings can get hurt, and so on and so forth. But was there ever any real risk there that this wouldn't happen?
I think there was, and hopefully there's some serious background noise here, guys. I'm sorry. I think there was. And really, in the days leading up to the deal getting done, I remember talking at our place about it, and the handicapping that we were doing was, I think they might go into the season without a deal. So, again, over time, maybe we learn more. Dave, you kind of alluded to Tina Coatranis maybe playing a part. She's, a big-time negotiator in that space. And I don't know. I don't know what got it over the finish line, but I think the stuff that preceded it was real.
Sam Amick joining us. Well, now that that's done, not to put you on the spot, but just yes or no, are the Kings going to re-sign Malik Monk? I was kind of joking there, by the way. I was putting you on the spot and asking for a yes or no. I know you don't know, but what's your gut on that right now? Did we just lose him?
Oh, right at like the peak answer.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Here we go. That was perfect timing for your feed to go out, dude.
That wasn't my fault. There's no way to know, man. Like, you got to know Malik's market. You got to know what Orlando's going to do. You got tied to Detroit the other day. I saw James Edwards, our Pistons beat writer, had written about that. You can't know. You got to, unless you can really know if each of these teams are going to, what kind of bag they're going to put on the table in front of them. That's how that thing is going to unfold. I don't think he's just, waiting in the wing to take whatever the Kings want to offer. So that one is going to have to, I think, develop as free agency goes along.
Sam, you're obviously in Boston for the finals. What are you working on there? What's kind of your approach to? You generally just don't cover the games and the results. What are you kind of working on?
The strategy, which honestly is a lot of fun this time of year, is on game night, is to kind of work the locker room, talk to different people, and basically try to find something different. You're right. I don't want to just write about how Luka had 35 points and the Mavs won, in double overtime. One of my favorite stories of the playoffs, just in terms of your question about type of coverage, is the one we talked about, I think, with Aaron Gordon of the Nuggets getting uninvited to the team dinner because they had won games after he didn't go to dinner with his teammates, and everybody got superstitious. And that, that story came from talking to guys after the game. So it's trying to find something different. I wrote about Chris Finch of the Timberwolves jumping out of his seat from the second row, even though he had the torn patellar tendon, and yelling at the refs and deciding that his team needed to see him kind of have a rocky moment. So it's kind of fun. You look for moments. Funny, a couple years ago, this is way much TMI, I guess, but when the Warriors went to Chase Center and the media seats got worse, my guy Anthony Slater and I started using binoculars at the game. And I now use them everywhere because you can just pick up things just kind of looking around and at these games and studying, demeanor in the huddle, things that are getting said. We joked earlier about it, like, what am I going to do and shoot around? Like that is the job, is observing and picking up things and inquiring and then trying to get a story out of it.
Can I give you an idea?
Sure.
So, everyone's talking about Kyrie's return to Boston, right? And will they boo him and how hardcore and everything there? But I don't see anything about Kristaps Porzingis returning to Dallas. And I think that's really maybe the biggest storyline of the finals, Sam. Oh, come on. We lost him again at that awesome joke. I deadpanned it and everything.
All right. Don't worry. I heard the joke. My phone is glitching, and I hate to bring our weekly visit to an abrupt end. I think I am going to jump because I've gone the wrong way, and every time I look at the map, I'm losing y'all. So it's I'm up against it here. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, well, think about the Porzingis thing and get back to us.
Sam's in Dallas. He's in the wrong city.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the pictures of Porzingis at Media Day yesterday, there was like 72 reporters around him. So I think people are talking about that storyline, buddy.
All right, well, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Sam Amick. Sam Amick wandering aimlessly through Boston. Hopefully, we'll read his coverage on the Athletic and stuff.
We're in Medford now.
Just turn left at the oak tree, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
All right, guys. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Sam's going to write about the Red Sox game.
Sam's going to be in Edmonton doing the Stanley Cup Finals at some point.
You think you could walk through Southie, guy?
Sam's going to be mopping up the floors at MIT, solving equations before we know it.
From Patriots camp.
Hey, what's wrong with laying brick? Laying brick's an honorable job. All right. What do we got here? Are we breaking here? Is that what's going on? What
we got a minute.
We got a minute?
Yeah,
we got a minute. By the way, I told Chris we'll bring Sam on now. We'll do phone only if he's on the road again. As much as I love watching where he walks through, I always forget 90% of our audience is on the radio, and I don't know how well that works for everyone. I can tell you at 1-800-920-1140, we're going to give away here in about 20 minutes, Jason. We'll give away Toyota Save Mart 350 NASCAR Cup Series tickets for this Sunday. Sunday. Yes, exactly right. And I know we have a mock draft segment coming up in a second. I do want to, if you're okay with that, I want to go back to Chris Watkins, though, because we never did get to his trade ideas. We got some audio from that as well. And if we have time today, we'll get to Zach LaVine or Kyle Kuzma. It's not a you have to, maybe neither's the move, but it's if you had to choose. If Monty came to you and said, I'm grabbing one or the other, you choose. I'm grabbing one or the other, which all of a sudden Monty's a Bostonian as well. Which would you choose? So we'll get to all that, including Chris Watkins and his trade machine. Does it make sense for the Kings? We'll get to that right after this.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
If you're in the market for a new or used car right now, or if you just want to go see what new technology's in the new cars nowadays, stop by and see my friends at Elk Grove Kia and the Elk Grove Auto Mall before you go anywhere else. As soon as you step onto the lot, you're going to feel like family. You're going to know why they have so many 5-star reviews at Elk Grove Kia and why they're the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer. I love this 5-star review right here. Quote, I could not be happier. My husband surprised me with my new Telluride. I love it. The staff is friendly, kind, and conscious. Took their time to find the perfect car. Thank you guys for the hard work. Great job. I love my new Telly. There you go. That's just another satisfied customer at Elk Grove Kia. So in addition to all the 5-star reviews, the finance team at Elk Grove Kia has over 100 years combined experience. You know what that means? Financing for everyone. And we know going to the car dealership can be overwhelming, but come experience Elk Grove Kia. They go above and beyond to make sure this is an automotive adventure for you. Check out what's on special and what's on the lot today at elkgrovekia.com, or better yet, come see everything in person at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and we still have some heat lingering today. Temperatures will be warming into the upper 90s to around 100 degrees, but Delta breeze is going to kick in for the valley, and that's going to help to cool things off by late afternoon and through this evening. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Your water heater. Old, rusty, forgotten. We hardly ever even think about them until there's no hot water. Right now, get incredible rebates up to $3,000 off and financing available for as little as $40 a month. Leave it to Bonnie to crank up the heat.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up! and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of consumer cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Because now at Staples, you can save up to $50 on your print purchase. From posters and flyers to signs and menus, Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. And with Staples Print Perfect Guarantee, it's done right or it's printed again free. Plus, same-day service is available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. Get it printed right at Staples. And now get up to $50 off your print purchase. N76, visit staples.com/print for details. Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sacktown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting sacktownsports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper here from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I'm out enjoying this gorgeous North California weather, and I know you are too. And all you need on a day like this is a road trip to clear the mind. Why not a road trip in a newer pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? Mercedes-Benz of Stockton has a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their gorgeous new store. It's just a half hour from SAC, right at the 8 Mile Road exit. And trust me, it's the best car shopping experience of my life. Go see my fine friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com.
Be listening to Sacktown Sports each Friday morning for the Rivercats Weekend Report with team updates and everything you'll want to know about the next exciting Rivercats homestand. Let's go, Rivercats!
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, his arrival on the big league club was delayed because of a knee injury and surgery, but it was certainly worth the wait for Miguel Andujar. In his first 7 games with the A's, he batted .448 and has 12 RBIs during that time, the most for an A's player since 2007. In his 13 hits, the 6th most in A's history for a player in his first 7 games.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Brooks and Dunn Reboot 2024 Tour.
I'll play something country.
The best-selling duo of all time. Live with David Lee Murphy.
It might be a little dust on my bike.
Saturday, June 8th, Toyota Amphitheater.
Turn around, go to town, boot scoot boogie.
On sale now at livenation.com. Brooks and Dunn Live, part of the Hard Rock Sacramento Concert Series.
Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing strategies that deliver results. On your next campaign, aim higher. Go to aimyourdigital.com and get started today. aimyourdigital.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix. Live and local. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Our thanks to Sam Amick, for joining us. Jason Ross, Carmichael Dave,
Yo.
Christopher Lyde, coming in tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
How about that?
Isn't that exciting?
Getting stuff done.
It's just exciting.
Can you tell us how that happened?
Yeah. Full details.
I just asked, and they said, yeah, it was that simple.
Did you have to write the check?
I did offer to write the check.
Can you ask this person for a raise?
I don't have that kind of power.
That's it?
That's it. I guess technically you kind of got a little one.
Yeah, for the day.
Slovenia's roster for the Olympic qualifying tournament has been announced. Obviously, it includes Luka Doncic. It also includes a guy named Luka Skuka.
That's like something I would call Luca.
That's what the first thing I thought of when I saw it was this is. I could see Chris in a mocking tone going, "Hey, Luka Skuka."
More like Luka Skuka.
LukaScuka. Luka Skuka.
No other Nicolas?
Let's see. Nope. There's a Vlatko, a Zoran as in Dragic. There's a Jan Span. I am here for Slovenia's team. Luka Skuka, Jan Span, and there's a Leon Sturger. Let's go.
Luka Skuka over to Jan Span. Corner three. Good.
Luka Skuka is awesome. I'm
And
into
aren't they
it.
playing your future Denver Nuggets that you have everybody named Nikola on it?
Yes, Nikola Jokic, Topic, Lokic, Schmokic, and Flokic. There's going to be like 4 Nikola Jokic's or somebody that sounds like Nikola Jovic.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. Next year there will be a Nikola Jokic, a Nikola Jovic, and a Nikola Topic.
Bad news with Nikola Topic.
Yeah, I heard his knee.
Yeah.
Nikola knee pitch, right? Am I right? No, I'm probably
And then they
not.
got to play the Thunder where they add 3 more Jalen Williams. So you have a starting 5 of all Jalen Williams.
Oh, yeah? Wait till Luka Skuka gets on the scene.
Jason, as a play-by-play person, would you like that more, or would that make it more confusing?
No, way more confusing. I mean, you'd have the same name, but then you'd have to try to find some other way to separate them. Here comes Skuka.
Here comes Skuka. Good to be with you.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Watkins is half of the team, along with Kyle Draper. Nope, along with Alan Stiles. I'm looking at
That's the fastest growing show.
Right, I'm looking.
I mean, we're all part of the same
We
thing.
are. I'm looking at our sound clips right now, and I was literally looking at what we'll play coming up. Draper on Zach LaVine, Chris Watkins, Alan Stiles, but spotlight on Chris Watkins. He had a couple ideas for trades. Let's start with the Kyle Kuzma trade.
Okay.
Wow. Jason.
Okay.
All right, let's now move on to the LaVine part. Okay, let me try to make sense of this here. I can't. Oh, there he is. I can't find Chris Watkins' Twitter. Oh, I don't follow Chris. I probably should.
What?
Oh, I follow Alan because he made me.
He did.
I don't know. Follow Chris Watkins probably tomorrow. All right. So the first one here, let's go to the second one first, if you will. I think this is actually really intriguing. I'm not, and this will kind of tie into the Whitey Gleason, Kyle Draper thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play a third clip here because I want to give you a preview of this. Here's Kyle Draper on Zach LaVine. Kyle likes Zach LaVine. I don't blame him. I get it. I think Zach LaVine is not a great idea because of the lack of defense, but mainly because the dude's making like, I think it's $130 million over the next 3 years. But Jason, what intrigues me about Chris's idea, and we always start with other GMs have to get paid too, is, okay, Zach LaVine here, But if you get LaVine and Caruso, which you're now getting an all defensive caliber player, and the idea of, okay, well, could you get them for Harrison Barnes and Kevin Huerter? Normally, I think Chicago would laugh at that, but they want off of LaVine's money, and nobody wants LaVine's money. Not only is he making a ton of money, the guy averages about 60 games a year over the last 4 years. He's injury prone. If Alex Caruso is the bait there to get off of LaVine's salary, I think you look at that very hard.
I'm with you on that. I'm really trying to understand this from Chicago, and I guess the way you framed it, getting off of his money is the carrot, because I personally don't think what was being offered was enough if I'm Chicago.
You're talking about in Chris's offer?
Yeah, because officially, I know it was kind of ended up being, it sounded like Huerter, Barnes,
a young player.
Yeah. That was kind of open-ended. So I mean, is that Keegan Murray? I don't think it is. That's not who he said.
No.
And then potentially a first-round pick. I just instinctually, it just tells me that I got LaVine's a really good player when healthy. Now I get it. I know what the drawbacks are. He's been hurt and he has a huge contract, but Caruso's also a heck of a player. I feel like that's a big win for the Kings to me. I feel it's a little lopsided.
Well, I'm you and I tend to always want to go and put on the shoe. Yeah, look, let's just be honest. This is every fan base. 95% of every trade proposed is you take our poop and give us your filet mignons. And so going from the Chicago side, I'm with you on this. I generally know there's no way this other team would go for it. But look, Harrison Barnes and Kevin Huerter offer. Here's what they offer Chicago. Just from a player standpoint, you're getting a guy in Harrison Barnes on a declining contract who is a professional basketball player who's going to light up, be a good locker room presence. But beyond that, it's not like he's a schmo. The dude's going to give you average to slightly above average defense. He's going to take on multiple different assignments, and he's going to give you, 15 points a game and 5 boards. So it's we talk about Harrison Barnes. It's not like the dude is a scrub. He's just not, in our opinion, that's a spot that can be augmented in the Kings starting lineup. But he's started for pretty much every team he's been on for the last 10 years for a reason. Kevin Huerter's a little bit of a question mark there, but even before the injury, the guy's going to provide you some outside shooting on a fairly reasonable contract. That being said, Huerter and Barnes for those two is nowhere near enough. But if you add in a future, let's say top 5 protected first round pick, it would have to be like 20, 28, 29. I don't know if it's Colby Jones. I don't know if it takes Keon Ellis, which, by the way, I would do that if Caruso was coming back, as much as I hate losing Ellis and that salary or lack of. But for Caruso, I would do that. If you're throwing in for me, Jason, the players, okay, that makes up, let's say, Barnes and Huerter. Let's say that makes up, that's 50% of the value of LaVine and Caruso. Let's just throw that out there. I would say the first round pick and the young player, okay, now let's throw another 15% on that value. That gets us to 65%. I think the real win here for Chicago is they know they're going to have to give something up if they truly want to start rebuilding. they're going to have to give something up to get that Levine salary off the books. And you're talking 40, 45, $50 million over the next 3 years. That is a hell of a lot of money for an injury-prone player. I think that's the secret sauce there that gets him to listen.
And is that, by definition, though, does that feel like rebuilding to you to get Barnes and Herter, or it's just changing the money slots?
I think I think the biggest thing on the rebuild is that let me pull their numbers up here, but you're clearing, I want to say about, am I right? I want to say around $50 million off your, well, I mean, obviously not counting Herter and Barnes, but you're clearing a considerable amount of money off the books. And by the way, money that is, if I remember correctly, committed for quite a long time. Here we go. Zach LaVine is 3 more years at 50, 80, about $142 million. Caruso
oh man, I'm out of cash.
Caruso just 1 more year, or excuse me, 1 more year, and the Kings will have to take stock of this at just under $10 million a year. So he's actually quite the value. That's so next year alone, that's going to be $54 million that they're going to clear off the books. Now that I think about it, hold on a second, Jason, $54 million off the books. Hold on. If you put in, just doing this on the air here, it's not good radio and we got a break. I apologize, but hold on. Kevin Herter at 16, Harrison Barnes at 18.
Right.
That is
exactly.
That's 30. Yeah, it's $34 million. Where the hell are you going to get the other $20 million from, Watkins? That's not going to work. It would literally have to be Barnes, Herter, Lyles, and probably Vezenkov. That's 14 right there on top of the 34, 44, 48. That doesn't even get you there, dude. You'd probably have to throw in Duarte. And now all of a sudden you're offering a poo-poo platter for these guys. But yeah, Barnes and Herter for Levine and Caruso doesn't work. You would have to throw in a significant amount of your bench there as well. So that was a wasted segment. Screw it. We'll take a break. See what we can get for listening to other shows, Jason. We'll have to bring Watkins. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring Watkins in and we're gonna have to have him sell this during the crosstalk at some point. Maybe we're missing something. Later on in the program, we will get to our NBA Finals predictions. We will talk Levine versus Kuzma just on spec alone. We'll preview the finals and also the breaking news we had earlier when we were talking sports business with Kelly Brothers was that TNT is not dead yet. According to the news, they are negotiating a smaller package with the NBA. Details on that as they come in. And if you want to negotiate a bigger package with somebody, what better place to go to? You guessed it. My friends at UpsizeMatters.com. Been waiting on that one for an hour and a half. Hey, everybody. Dr. Jack Friedlander in Roseville, Dr. Joel Pasha in San Francisco can make all your dreams come true, whether you're somebody that needs help or you're somebody that wants to get a little greedy when it comes to the old circumference. Either way, you got people driving, flying in, taking advantage of what they offer you at UpsizeMatters.com. Look, these are real doctors, and this is just an in-and-out, boom-boom procedure, long-lasting, make a complete difference in your life, and you can go in and get a free consultation. Let them know. You can actually, this is how easy the procedure is. You get it done same day. Same day as your consultation. You can walk in one way and walk out the other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, go to UpsizeMatters.com. You can negotiate all you want. UpsizeMatters.com. Get your girth on, baby. We'll take a break when we come back. Who's hot, who's not? A very special edition of Let's Go Streaking, one way or the other. Either Jason Ross sits on the throne by himself, or his streak is over and he is tied with me for the all-time longest streak. Plus, we got NASCAR tickets to give away. Don't go away. We'll come back right after this.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems. They'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to alliestaxrelief.com.
You can host the best backyard barbecue. When you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey sports fans, it's JaVale McGee here. Are you ready for the event of the summer? It's the Jug Life Charity Softball Game hosted at Sutter Health Park on Saturday, June 15th. Join me and all my celebrity friends for the #1 event of the summer as our incredible community comes together for a cause that counts. The Jug Life Charity Softball Game isn't just about softball. It's about giving back. All proceeds go to the water education programs and providing clean water to communities in need. Thanks to your support, our team with Jug Life is making a real difference, bringing hope and health to those who need it the most. Bring your family and friends for a day you won't forget. Cheer on your favorite stars as they hit it out the park for a great cause. Come celebrate Father's Day weekend at the Jug Life Charity Softball Game that's happening on Saturday, June 15th. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at juglifewater.com. That's juglifewater.com. Join us, have fun, and make a difference. Jug Life. Drink water, give water, save water.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, let's get through it. No ballyhoo. No tomfoolery. Who's hot?
Asia Wilson.
Okay, she is.
In last night's game, the Aces won 95-81 over the Dallas Wings. Wilson had 36 points, 14 rebounds, 6 steals, 2 assists, and 1 block. She's the first player in the WNBA to ever have a stat line like that.
Yeah, she's ridiculous, dude. Like, I get the whole Caitlin Clark. We've talked about that a ton, and she deserves all the whatever, and that's fine. Asia Wilson's, like, ridiculous.
Quietly having an incredible season so far.
Right, and it's, like, nothing new. That's who she is. But, my goodness gracious, her numbers are just 28 points a game. 12 and a half rebounds, 2.5 assists. And let me just see here, because I have a feeling where are we here? That's a weird layout. Where's the stinking points per game? What the hell? These stats are cutting off. I have a feeling with everything she's doing right now, Jason. Here we go. 27. She's a reigning MVP, correct? I believe. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Last year, Jason, in her MVP year, Yes, 22.8 points per game. This year, 28. Last year, rebounds per game, 9.5. This year, 12.4. She's up in every single category pretty much. 1.5 steals to 2 steals. 2.6 blocks per game on 51% shooting. Make her an offer, Vivek. Let's go. You're not going to bring back the Monarchs? Let's go grab Asia Wilson. Let's see. What is her height? What is she? She's 6'4", 195. There's a shooting guard. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry, Red Velvet. Putting Asia Wilson at the 2. Who's not?
The Colorado Rockies.
No, they are not.
They led the Cincinnati Reds yesterday 7-6 going in the 9th inning, but they gave up 6 runs and lost 12-7. This isn't something new. It's the 5th time the Rockies have allowed 5 or more runs and surrendered the lead in the 9th inning or later this season. No other MLB has done that in a single season in the modern era.
Well, they're finding new ways to lose. Yeah, way to go, Rockies.
Yeah.
All right. One other thing. Thank you, Chris, for this. 2 new defendants have been named in a criminal complaint centered on the Jontay Porter betting scandal. Timothy McCormick and Mahmoud Mullah. Mullah is accused by the Department of Justice of placing $80,000 on the under for Jontay Porter's assists, rebounds, points, three-pointer steals, and blocks. He got the under for all of those on a game against the Sacramento Kings. This was a game on March 20th, and the player removed himself from that game. And the guy won. Now you're hearing all this other stuff about like the baseball players, winning $400 here and $100 there. Yeah, this guy won $1.1 million on that bet.
Highly suspect.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say, Jason, in my opinion, I think there's something fishy going on there.
Yeah, and you said Porter removed himself. Porter played 3 minutes, 1 shot attempt, 2 rebounds, no points, no other stats.
No other stats. Gosh, I've got the rundown right here. I wonder if they even say anything about Porter. I don't think they do. Yeah, Toronto Center
rebounds in 3 minutes. He was like, I got to get out of this game.
He left after the first quarter because of an illness. Yeah, it was called need to throw games-initis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Without any further delay, let's get to it. Perhaps the biggest let's go streaking ever. Roll tape.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
All right, Chris. Jason, how'd we do? How'd you do?
Well, let's start with you, Dave.
Yes.
You were at 0. You were trying to get to 1. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to go with Mike Yastrzemski. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not going to mess around. Let me just see, Giants are due. He hasn't been playing that well. He had 5 plate appearances, and Mike Yastrzemski got 1 hit.
Of course he did. Hey, of course he did. Why not? Yeah, great.
So Carmichael Dave is now at 1. Chris Verlaud was at 4. He took Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. did not have a plate appearance. They were postponed yesterday.
Oh.
So Chris stays at 4. 2 straight days that Chris hasn't been picked. Yeah.
Well.
But I think, Dave, I felt the pressure. There are a lot of eyes on me. I was at 11, a show tying record with you, trying to set my own personal record. And I took Julio Rodriguez from the Seattle Mariners. They were playing the Oakland Athletics yesterday, and you started to give some numbers on Mr. Estes, the guy that was pitching for the A's, and I got nervous. So I was watching that game last night, and first at-bat, he struck out on 3 pitches.
Yeah.
Second at-bat, he didn't get a hit. Third at-bat, he got a walk. And so they get to the 9th inning, and they only have a couple of hits. And here comes Mason Miller, Mr. Flamethrower, and I'm on a 3-2 pitch, and this happened.
3-2 to Rodriguez. A lot of singles this year for Julio, and just 4 home runs.
Give me a hit.
Cal Raleigh waiting on deck.
Strike him out.
Need a hit. Need a hit.
Mason Miller's 3-2 pitch once again to Rodriguez. And here it is. Swung on a fly ball center field. Blade going back. Blade nearing the track. Midway on the track. At the wall. Leaping, and it's gone.
Wow. Last kicks. Jackaroni cheese to center field. Oh, my God.
And if you're not on YouTube right now, you should be, because Jason's dance moves were incredible.
Oh my God. I'm gonna turn towards Jason. Congratulations. We have a new champion. I salute you, the longest streak holder of all time. Let me see here. Let me see if my hand can get out of the view far enough here. Let me see. Yep, there we go. Here you go, Jason. I'm saluting you, pal. Well done.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, this is like how that. Now we know the Brady.
Yeah, shake hands.
Now, let's try it. Now we know how the Brady Bunch people felt. Are you reaching out, Jason, to shake hands? All right. Well done, Jason. Excellent. You are the new champion.
Oh, feels great. Oh, look, we're right on. Yeah, pretty close.
You guys are so late.
When we come back, NBA Finals predictions. But right now, 1-800-920-1140. You know what? In honor of Jason Ross, we'll take the 12th caller at 1-800-920-1140. Put summer into full throttle with Sacktown Sports. Wine Country is now the ultimate racing destination once again as NASCAR storms back for their only trip to Northern California for the Toyota Save Mart 350. Looking for caller number 12 to score a pair of tickets to pull up on Sunday, June 9th. That's this Sunday for the premiere of the premier NASCAR race of the summer is what I was trying to say. For info, visit SacktownSports.com. When we come back, finals predictions right after this.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender in the paint. Soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento. It's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
You're ready for a perfect summer on the lawn. But wait, there are weeds, brown spots, and mosquitoes everywhere. It's time to call True Green, nutrient-rich fertilization. True Green applies fertilizers tailored to your lawn in precise amounts, enhancing turf growth with a deeper green hue. Get one application free. All you have to do is water and mow. Get a head start on an outdoor living space to be proud of. Hurry, offer ends June 18th. Get the best lawn at the best price, guaranteed. Restrictions apply. Call True Green today.
Progressive knows when you own a boat, life on land is a tough sell.
Come on down to Land. It's the place where you get to do so much waiting. You can wait in traffic, drive-thrus. You can even wait at the doctor's in a room specifically made for waiting. It's Land, baby. Come and sit patiently for a while, then wait even longer. It's Land.
Life on a boat is way more relaxing, and it's even more relaxing when you protect your boat with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 rating based on 2022 boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper here for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I'm out enjoying this gorgeous North California weather, and I know you are too. And all you need on a day like this is a road trip to clear the mind. Why not a road trip in a newer pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? Mercedes-Benz of Stockton has a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their gorgeous new store. It's just a half hour from SAC, right at the 8 Mile Road exit. And trust me, it's the best car shopping experience of my life. Go see my fine friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com.
Sacramento, get ready to rock, groove, and have a blast with the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. We've got an unbeatable lineup of shows that you won't want to miss. First up, at Thunder Valley, June 12th, experience the legendary Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello. Then on June 14th, don't miss the incredible Maren Morris. And on June 22nd, don't miss NSYNC and Backstreet stars Joey Fatone and AJ McLean bringing back the hits. Plus, on June 28th, it's country legend Lee Brice lighting up the stage. All at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. And now here's your Live Nation lineup. On August 4th, don't miss the Outlaw Music Festival at Toyota Amphitheater featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. On August 15th, catch Donny Osmond at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Then, on August 22nd, Creed Fisher takes the stage at Ace of Spades. And on September 10th, enjoy the timeless sounds of the Doobie Brothers at Toyota Amphitheater. And stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTK AM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
From Scott Ostler today in the Chronicle, Jason, talking about the latest Dave Cavill-John Fisher play from yesterday. He says one reason might be that this could be part of a calculated bit of self-sabotage. This is how the A's operate, as we can see in their roadmap to Vegas. Ramblin' John Fisher never believed the A's could succeed in Oakland. He wanted to move his team, but Commissioner Rob Manfred leaned hard on Fisher to make it work in Oakland. So Fisher and Cavill pitched a preposterous proposal, a mini city, a plan designed to fail. When Oakland came close to meeting the A's insane demands, Fisher panicked and fled to the arms of Las Vegas. Vivek Ranadive owns the NBA's Kings and the Sacramento AAA ballpark where the A's will play. And he has baseball dreams for his town. Building a big league ballpark in Sacramento with Ranadive's backing / partnerships would be so much easier than building in Vegas. Baseball would sign off on Fisher swapping Vegas for Sacramento for two reasons. One, it would keep Vegas viable for an expansion team. Two, it would allow baseball a quicker escape from the colossal quagmire of embarrassment and lost cash into which the A's have dragged all of baseball. I will take a wild guess that one reason for the A's placation demand is that on the off chance they do wind up in Vegas, those away home games will be played in Sacramento. Interesting. I think the only thing I hate worse than the idea of John Fisher bringing his team to Oakland or to Sacramento for 4 years and bringing his stink to this city that I love so much. The only thing I can think of that would be worse would be John Fisher permanently bringing his stink to this city, because then the moment they hit the ground, there's going to be a bunch of yahoos like me out there immediately trying to make this guy's life miserable and getting the only hope at that point is to sell the team. You do not want your Major League Baseball team in your town owned by John Fisher. I don't care how badly you want baseball. You'll like it for a year or two. and they'll get really old really quick hearing about what a joke Sacramento's baseball team is. So this whole thing is so dramatic, Jason.
It is, and it just feels like all along, no matter if it was staying in Oakland, in Sacramento, end up in Vegas, it just felt like the end point for him, to me, Dave, was selling the team.
Yes.
It's like, well, let's cut the time out and wasted energy and do it now and keep the team in Oakland.
Oop, Mike was off. Sorry. Yeah, I completely I completely agree. All right, NBA Finals tonight, 6 p.m.
Hey, by the way, too, real fast, we never made our streak picks.
Oh my God, you're right. I'm sorry. No, we went
I want to keep this thing going.
No,
baby.
I think that's it. It's over now. You've won.
It's over now.
You've won. That's it. Jason, you are the new champion. Therefore, it's
feels
kind of
great, baby.
Feels great, baby. Much like I saw clips of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's final game yesterday, how everybody kind of got out of the way when he got subbed out. With respect, we're going to get out of the way and leave you the floor. You get the first pick.
Okay. Well, I am going to take, there's less games today, and I'm going to take from Sam Amick will be covering this game, I believe, in Boston after he made the wrong turn.
From Boston.
He's in Chicago, so he's really made the wrong turn. From the Red Sox, Rafael Devers.
Okie dokie. Devers. Give me Boba Bichette. Yeah, give me old Boba Bichette from the Blue Jays, Chris.
Have I used Mookie Betts in this streak, Jason?
I don't know.
So then I will pick
I
Mookie.
have everything.
I'll take Mookie Betts, and if he's not available, I will give another player at a later time.
You want Bobby Witt Jr. as a backup?
He's not playing today. Oh, wait, no. I want Bobby Witt Jr. Thank you, Jason.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay, so now we know that Bobby Witt Jr. is not playing today. Because Chris
is on his own streak.
100%. Also, as we get to the NBA Finals here, I did forget. I wanted to sneak this in as well. The WNBA has long wanted more coverage. And now the WNBA is getting coverage. But as everyone's quickly finding out, that's not always a great thing. Yesterday at the team hotel, Kennedy Carter, along with Angel Reese, Kennedy Carter, who had kind of did the little forearm shiver to Caitlin Clark, was met carrying her bags, I believe, to the team bus from the hotel, and was asked by a paparazzi some questions, to which you'll hear another voice in there. I believe it's obviously team security trying to get in this guy's way. He's following her. The security guy's putting his and the security guy was putting his hand, it was like up in the dude's face, kind of he didn't touch him, but putting his hand in front of the camera, trying to protect her from the paparazzi. That's what happens. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you become a star like that, and you got paparazzi after you. Now, that's not like Sam Amick from The Athletic or Woj. You're talking about paparazzi now.
TMZ Sports.
That's exactly right. TMZ Sports. You've now crossed over, and in some ways, by the way, as crappy as that is, it's actually a good thing. It's a good thing in the sense that for a very bad situation that's gross. But what that means is people care enough about the WNBA now to have paparazzi follow them and ask them questions. So it's like a good, bad, two sides of every coin. Now, Jason, I've told you before, if I ever did run for president, which I wouldn't, there's a couple of things very easy that I Monday after Super Bowl is a holiday. Yeah. Make Election Day a holiday. Teach a credit class in every high school. There's a few slam dunks. One of the other first bills I would present is, unless you have permission, paparazzi can't get within 50 feet of anyone. That they're like, the paparazzi lack of rules we have in this country drive me nuts. And I don't care that
damn First Amendment.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care that it's so funny to me, and it's actually not funny, that on the 80th anniversary of D-Day, in which part of that fight was for our freedoms, There's nothing that upsets me more than when those freedoms are being taken advantage of. I'm not saying get rid of the First Amendment. Of course, I'm not. Freedom of speech is the landmark base of this country. There's got to be a middle ground, though, in between free speech and the ability to do a job and, like, straight up harassment. Like just getting in someone's face and stalking them around everywhere. And also, depending on the subject matter, the real fun ones for paparazzi are when, like, I don't know, somebody's kid just tragically died. And you have like 3 papos in there just like, hey, Fred, how do you feel? Your son just was hit by a car and died at 6 years old. What are you going through right now? The world wants to know what you're thinking. And I get celebrity brings, there's a trade-off there. You belong to the world, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, you figure we'd have had that all wrapped up after Diana, right? There'd be some better laws. So that's just gross.
That's your platform. Those 2 things will get you elected.
Carmichael Stalin.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Carmichael Stalin.
That's when I had that old Toyota Celica. You could call me that, though. That thing. I
hate how hard I laughed at that.
That's so sad. I really got crits on that one too.
You got me too.
We'll take a break. When we come
back,
I
had a Celica. I loved it.
I loved it too. It honest to God, it was a stick shift, and I'd stall that sucker out. One time I stalled it in the middle of Watt, and it was Watt and Fair Oaks. If you know that corner, you know exactly where that is. The busiest
right
street.
here.
It was like 6 p.m. It's full on, and I was one of those guys that had to get out of my Celica. I'm like 20 years old, and it was a white 81 Toyota Celica, and I had to push that sucker turning left on Watt from Fair Oaks towards 50, and I was one of those guys that had like the Good Samaritans came out and helped me because I'm pushing it like 1/2 mile an hour across the road, and that's like the most embarrassing thing ever. I looked like a tomato. I was so red from the embarrassment and also physical activity. All right, we'll take a break. NBA Finals predictions and Zach LaVine or Kyle Kuzma. Who you got? We'll do that next. 1 minute.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make this switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, Jason. So we're both on record. We've both got the Boston Celtics in 5.
Yeah, Chris went way dramatically different with 6.
Yeah, you did. Who's your Finals MVP, though?
All right, I'll change this one up. I'm gonna go weird on this one.
Hold on. Oh, you said Derek White. Okay, never mind.
Sorry.
Because
where do you think I was gonna go?
I was gonna. I wanted to write mine down because I was gonna say Jaylen Brown, and I thought that's where you were going. Okay, but Derek White, that's not a bad pick.
Okay.
I mean, no chance it happens, but that's not a bad pick.
That's probably a stretch.
But I'll go Jaylen Brown just again because I'm trying to be silly and different.
Tatum.
Because if it's because here's why. I honestly, here's why. Because if it's Jason Tatum, that's who most people are picking, and then I can just be like, yeah, man, he really stepped into it, not really talk that much about it. But if it's Jaylen Brown, then I can spend a full segment talking about how smart I was in picking Jaylen Brown. It's the oldest trick in sports radio. So I'm going to pick the guy that actually has a chance of winning it, but is a slight underdog.
Christopher Long. Funny this.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
No,
you go ahead, Chris. Well, I was going to say, this is how funny and sometimes how petty some of this stuff can be. Okay, I feel like for whatever reason, Tatum's been taking some unnecessary shots this postseason.
Yeah.
And if you or I were right and the Boston Celtics won a title, and I'm sure he's going to play well, but Brown or Derek White win the finals MVP, there'll still be some sort of weird narrative out there about Tatum. And I just think that's bizarre. And a little bit of the parallel to me is when the Warriors won their first 3 of their 4 championships, and Iguodala got the first finals MVP. Then Durant got the other 2.
Right.
And some were out there like, well, if Steph's that good, it's like, okay, come on. I mean, Durant was out of this world. The first one, really, I think LeBron was about as close to winning a finals MVP from a losing team. He was so good in that series, and they gave it to Iguodala. And then Curry finally won one. It's like, oh, okay, he finally wins a finals MVP. Like, it would be funny to me that if Boston won it and Tatum didn't win it, that I just think some of that weird narrative would stay out there. For him.
Okay. Then let me ask you this: who needs this title more, Tatum or Doncic?
For narrative, I'm going to say everything I just said leans like the answer should be Tatum, but I'm going to say Luka because I don't know how many more bites of the apple he's going to get. And maybe that's unfair.
Yeah, well, and just to, you're referring more to the odds of Dallas getting through all of this. Is obviously Luka's like 24 years old. He's super young.
Yeah, he's got more time. Yeah. But like we do the game. What's our cash bag, Dave? 250,000, 200. Doesn't matter. Whatever we say our bag of cash is. And if you're saying place a bet today on Boston or Dallas next year, I'm placing it on Boston. Would you bet it on Dallas?
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm just thinking it through. I think Boston. You're right. This maybe it's unfair, but it does seem like an anomaly that Dallas is in the finals, and I don't want to take. I don't want to take any credit away from them, but you also have the Thunder on the way up, Minnesota on the way up. You've got
Denver's not done.
Yeah, Denver's by far not done. And throw in who knows whether it's a Lakers, a San Antonio, Houston, a Sacramento, a Memphis. There's going to be at least one team next year making damage in the playoffs that is either one we just mentioned or one out of the blue. It happens. So you're right. I think the East is a far easier path than if you're in the West. But man, I think either way, no matter, unfortunately, if you will, because the narratives are silly, no matter who wins this series, whoever loses it, either Luka Doncic or Jason Tatum. But let me ask you this, though. Okay, let's say Luka Doncic and the Mavs win this thing. They win the whole thing. Let's say Jason Tatum averages 34, 10, and 7 and just has a kind of like you talked about with LeBron. If Jason Tatum has this amazing finals and still loses, is he still getting any crap?
Probably for not winning one. They're the favorites. Yeah, he would. And I don't think it would go as badly to Luka, let's say. So I think this could very well happen. Luka could have a LeBron finals and lose. And I think his greatness is still out there and elevated, and how he took a 5 seed to the finals and all the teams they defeated. And it's his first run at it. A lot of people are like, well, this is the first of many. I don't know that it will be, but I can picture Luka having those kind of finals and losing.
Who's your unsung hero? We talked about X factors, whatever, but who's the guy that's going to step up that isn't Tatum or Brown or, Luka or Kyrie?
Yeah, and I guess I already kind of put Derek White out there, but I'll also put Drew Holiday. And I don't know how the guy's been an all-star. He's been a champion. I think White and Holiday are going to be so featured with what they have to do defensively on Kyrie and Luka. And then also their offense. It's like they're not, scrubs on offense by any means. That's why I like Boston so much in this series. Just the amount of high-level two-way players they're going to be able to throw at Dallas.
I'm going to stick with Derek Lively, but I'm going to give it a side of Kristaps Porzingis. I feel like he's kind of an afterthought right now. But
what if he won MVP?
That's what I'm saying. Let me ask you this: if I told you right now Boston was going to win this series and Kristaps Porzingis was MVP, I know you'd be surprised. Would you be shocked?
Not shocked, but definitely surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Chris, before we break, who's your guy? We asked who's your Finals MVP?
I'm gonna go with Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh!
So none of us took Tatum.
No.
Look at us trying to outsmart ourselves.
Like, I think we all think he's the best player for Boston, but for some reason it feels like he just tries too hard.
Why don't we?
Great series. He had a good playoffs.
He has.
Yeah, Brown got the MVP of the Eastern Conference.
Sometimes I think we just in general overthink it. It's like, okay, Jason Tatum has been absolutely sublime in the postseason for the most part. When you look at the series, he's coming off the series in Indiana where they swept him, where he averaged over 30 points a game, along with a little over 10 rebounds, over 6 assists, over a steal, and even against Cleveland, 27 points, 10.5 boards, 6 assists. And then Miami was the tough one for him, but still 22 points, 10.5 boards, 5.5 assists. And that was he's been improving in each series. And they're 12-2 in the playoffs. I mean, honestly, Boston in 5 and Jason Tatum as your MVP is probably your easiest road betting wise.
Yeah. Just not a great value bet, but what would be the bet? What would odds be? What odds could you get, Dave, for a Dallas Mavericks championship Finals MVP not being Luka or Kyrie?
Well, see, where I thought you were going was honestly, I think the most value. I don't know this, but my guess is the most value bet out there right now is a parlay of it's Mavs and Kyrie. Yep, it's Mavs. And when I say value, I don't just mean you'll get decent odds. I mean that it could also actually, like you telling me Kyrie Irving, if Dallas wins, I would not even be surprised if Kyrie Irving was the MVP. Yeah. I'd be more surprised that Dallas beat Boston than I would that Kyrie is the MVP. He lives here.
I could not imagine a world where Dallas won without either Kyrie or Luka winning MVP, though. I don't even know how that happens, who that would be.
Let's try to figure that out right now, Jason. If we were going to say Dallas wins and Kyrie nor Luka are MVP, are we talking about PJ Washington?
I guess he would have to defend like Tatum like crazy and then just, somehow hit all the biggest shots and then have like a 20-10 series, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, it's doable, but I just, don't see it.
What are the odds on Dante Exum? That's what I want.
Bet it all.
NBA Finals MVP odds. We got a break, right, Chris? Is that what you just said? Let me see here, though, real quick. I want to see.
Hey, Sam has a vote. We can influence this.
That's a great point. Let's see. Jason Tatum, by far the odds-on favorite, -120. Luka second, +200. Jaylen Brown third, +625. Jason Ross, not on the list, by the way.
Darn it.
Jason, Kyrie Irving, if you bet $100 on Kyrie Irving being the NBA Finals MVP, not even winning the finals, which obviously they'd have to do, which, by the way, why wouldn't you parlay that, right? Like you can't have one without the other, right? So, okay, anyway. Just keeping in mind that Jason Tatum's -120 and Luka Doncic is +200. Kyrie Irving is +1,800.
What?
18. You bet $100 on Kyrie Irving to win the MVP. Yeah, that's what I suspected. That's probably the most value bet there is right now on that. $1,800 off a $100 bet. Derek White +3,000. Kristaps, if Chris Verlaud were to bet $100 right now on Kristaps Porzingis, he won the MVP, +5,000. Followed by Jrue Holiday. Notice we're not getting in any Mavs. Jrue Holiday +6,600. Al Horford +25,000. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players down the list. The 9th player is your first non-Luka, non-Kyrie Dallas MVP Finals pick at plus 30,000 PJ Washington.
Wow.
By the way, he's in a tie with Daniel Gafford and Derek Jones Jr. My guy, Derek Lively II, plus 50,000. That's
value.
I already don't like him because he goes by Derek Lively II. I just realized that, and not Derek Lively Jr., which I don't get that. If you're the second, you're a junior, right?
Take the bet away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are the rules on that?
Every time someone explains it to me, I'm like, oh.
I thought it was supposed to be like Derek
Lively with a middle name.
Yeah, but that's what. So like he has a different middle name, but he's the like I said. Oh yeah, I remember this argument now because my dad has the same first name as my grandpa, but they have different middle names. My dad wasn't Dude Guy the second.
Yeah, my cousin is the third, named after his dad, my uncle, who's not a junior, because he has different names than his grandpa.
Dude, what the hell? That's just
than my grandpa.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll try to sort this out during the break, everybody. When we come back, let's see here. What to watch and much, much more. What to watch on this date in sports history. And all of that as we get into the final half hour of the program before we get to Styles and Watkins. Hopefully Chris Watkins coming a little bit early. If he's around, I'd like him to come in a little bit early if he's listening. I want him to explain this trade he proposed that we tried to get through. We'll do all that right after this.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
Celebrate Sacramento Rivercats baseball during our 25th anniversary season. Pick your favorite weekly promotion, giveaway game, or theme night, and join the fun at Sutter Health Park. Stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with the brightest fireworks in town. For a full promotion schedule and to buy tickets, visit rivercats.com. We'll see you there.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
A woman not only knows what she's going to wear, she knows what you're not going to wear.
Rob Schneider.
You're not wearing that.
Coming to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on October 4th.
You're not wearing that. I know I'm not. I just tried it on, just to kind of warm up the idea of clothes, and then.
Don't miss Rob Schneider. Tickets on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com.
At the Good Feet store, we take pain very seriously. Whether in the foot, knee, hip, or back, Good Feet makes over 300 styles, flexibilities, and sizes of pain-relieving arch supports. With 26 bones, 30 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in each foot, a lot can go painfully wrong. So there's a trained arch support specialist at each Good Feet store to give you a precision fit. Come in for a free fitting and test walk. No appointment necessary. Good Feet arch supports are HSA, FSA eligible.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Father's Day at Hagen Oaks is sure to bring a smile to the man in your life. From shoes to shirts, from golf balls to golf bags, and from drivers to divot repair tools, Hagen Oaks has all this and so much more, including gift certificates for the father who has it all. Let Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop be your one-stop for all your Father's Day needs. You'll even find the wildly popular Golf and Guitars concert tickets on sale. It's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, or HagenOaks.com.
If you're in the market for a new or used car right now, or if you just want to go see what new technology's in the new cars nowadays, stop by and see my friends at Elk Grove Kia and the Elk Grove Auto Mall before you go anywhere else. As soon as you step onto the lot, you're going to feel like family. You're going to know why they have so many 5-star reviews at Elk Grove Kia and why they're the #1 Sacramento Kia dealer. Like, I love this 5-star review right here. Quote, "I could not be happier. My husband surprised me with my new Telluride. I love it. The staff is friendly, kind, and conscious. Took their time to find the perfect car. Thank you guys for the hard work. Great job. I love my new Telly." There you go. That's just another satisfied customer at Elk Grove Kia. So in addition to all the 5-star reviews, the finance team at Elk Grove Kia has over 100 years combined experience. You know what that means? Financing for everyone. And we know going to the car dealership can be overwhelming, but come experience Elk Grove Kia. They go above and beyond to make sure this is an automotive adventure for you. Check out what's on special and what's on the lot today at elkgrovekia.com, or better yet, come see everything in person at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
I remember as if it were yesterday. I reached down to move a nightstand and was astonished at the weight of the piece. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. At that moment, I instantly recognized the difference between Naturewood's quality furniture that will last a lifetime versus lesser quality furniture found elsewhere. Now, I suppose there's a huge difference in what you'd put in your first apartment and what you would live with in the comfort of your own home. Right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings Made in USA sale is a great time to fill your home with solid, superior quality furniture to reflect your own love for life. With brands like Sam Moore, Stanton, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and many more, Naturewood Home Furnishings has tables, chairs, couches, and, yes, nightstands, and more at their Made in USA sale. Find furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
This segment is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville. Check them out at kiavacaville.com.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Dave. So, a couple of family things real quick. Mason, Melissa, and I were all in, it was hot, so we were cooling off in the old pool yesterday. We were playing a game of a horse.
Okay.
And it's Mason's turn. And he's a lefty, and I'm to his left, so I'm looking at him from the side of the pool. And all of a sudden, he kind of turns to his right shoulder. And he puts the ball in between his, kind of his bicep and his chest to hold it. And he reaches over with his hand and he's doing something on his shoulder. And I see him like flicking something. I go, "What are you doing, buddy?" He goes, "I just got stung by a bee." And I go, "What?" I go, "What?" And of course, Melissa goes, "Ah!" And I go, "Scream!" Right? We're like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, I actually watched it. Like, it was weird. Like, put its stinger right in front of me. It's like, get off. I didn't want it to sting me, so I didn't do anything. And then it stung me. And then I figured it was okay to flick it because it's not going to, worst thing that's going to happen is it's going to sting me, and it already did. And I just pulled the stinger out. I'm like, wait, you just got stung by a bee, and it's like he just got like a leaf fell on his head, and we're looking at this little bump that's like getting swollen and growing. And we're like, "Buddy, I can't remember if you've been stung by a bee. Are you worried they're allergic or something like that?"
Sure.
No, he was just like, "No, it hurts a little bit, not a lot. I mean, it's just like a mosquito bite that stings. I guess that's why they call it a stinger." Cool. And
wow,
I've never seen,
okay.
Right? Is my son like one of those people, like you put him on a roller coaster and his heart rate's just going to remain the same constantly? So today is the last day of school for both my kiddos. I know a lot of parents already either have their kids out or about to. Today's the last day. It's a half day. Always, you remember back in the day, back when we were in school. This is such a great day. Like everyone's just like, peace. I paid my taxes. So my daughter is going to I don't know what she's doing tonight. She's going to some friends. My son's going home with one of his buddies and staying there. It's
okay.
Like, how cool is this? Like,
you'd be like the Mad Dog.
Well, so check this out, right?
Great pull, Jason.
So
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, the B squared or G squared, excuse me.
G squared.
We'll get to that in a second. So my son is going home with his buddy, and I guess his buddy's having like three of the other friends from their the basketball team. They're having a sleepover for the last day of school, and they're all bringing like their control. They're just going to sit around and they're getting pizza and sodas, and they're going to be playing video games. And I'm like, those were the coolest times ever. And I'm super excited for him. Last day of school, you're hanging with your buddies. It's a sleepover. Everyone's going to gorge on pizza till God knows what ungodly hour little stinky teenagers stay up till. And then so both kids are gone tonight, right? I know you're thinking about Chicka Wow. Good luck. Here's my thing.
Set the screen.
Right. Guys, I'm thinking, because it's just Melissa and I tonight. I'm thinking wagon wheel sampler and campfire for two. I'm thinking Black Angus, guys. I'm thinking.
Wow, that's the poll. That's
where we go. That's our place, man. I don't think we've been there in a couple years. I think there's just still the one left. I know I'm giving them a free plug here, but that was the place that we would be like, oh my God, let's go. Like we're living large. Black Angus, baby.
I'm freaking jacked.
There's nothing wrong with Black Angus. I'm on the website right now. You can choose you can do the steak or the salmon or the whatever. You get the appetizer. You get the lava cake for $69. Yeah, that's right. That's actually the price. Just saying, it might be a Black Angus night. Normally, by the way, again, we're throwing plugs out here. I don't want to get in trouble or nothing, but I know they're a client. So can I just say, and I know they're a client. Let me just say, Thunder Valley, love you. I miss your buffet so much. Can we talk about this? Can we do a fundraiser?
You want to talk with them?
Yes. I want to talk to Bill Thunder Valley. And I want, please.
ETV.
Yes. Can you please? Oh my God. Friday and Saturday night, all you can eat crab. You just roll up there. Don't screw around with the sides. Go up to the melted butter station and did we grab a little ramekin? Nope. Did we grab a soup bowl? Yup. Fill that with butter because we're not screwing around. You save the ramekin for the cocktail sauce when you want to mix it up, and then just go put the bib on, get the crackers, the actual crab crackers, sit down and just eat until you can't eat crab no more.
That's what you would do though tomorrow tonight if that was available.
100,000%. That is where we would go. And I don't know if our once every 2 months all you can eat crab would be enough to reopen that buffet. That's a great buffet, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are there any? I know there's one up in. Isn't there one up at the Hard Rock?
Red Hawk.
Red Hawk is what it is.
Or no, I think Hard Rock has one.
Do they both? But like with the crab. Okay. My wife and I want crab. We want all you can eat crab. Where's it at? So, anyways, I'll let you know tomorrow. But I think
okay.
I think that might be
wagon wheel.
Yeah, we might be doing a little wagon wheel sampler. That's our jam. Give me Red Lobster. Give me some Black Angus.
Gotta go to Red Lobster while you can.
I know, right? Cattleman's. Nothing wrong with the little Cattleman's with the beans.
Big Cattleman's.
Yeah. Give me what's the other one Sizzler. I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I'll go.
Are they still around? Steak, seafood, salad.
Yes, it's on. There's still one on Madison. I love that commercial.
That one down the street from us. The mill building.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Sizzler's great. You can see the move here, which is the all you can eat.
How about Ruth's Chris?
What'd you say?
Ruth's Chris.
I love Ruth's Chris. We don't all make Jason Ross money though, pal.
Oh, I'm just thinking of steak places.
Yeah, no, for sure. But my goodness, Ruth's Chris. I can only afford Ruth's. I can't do Chris.
Yeah, not Chris.
Not Chris.
Yeah.
JR, good morning.
You're not going to take her to your famous Costco dinner?
No, we do the Costco
it's
wiener.
Got to be in play.
Yeah, and it's the Sam's Club wiener we do. $1.50 with the soda. Yeah.
I bet you threw in a pizza and some popcorn when you sit down. And then aren't you famous for just walking by and grabbing like a beer off the shelf and sitting down at the Costco?
No.
Famous.
No, I don't. I'm not the beer. I will occasionally sample a grape at the grocery store, but that's about it for my shoplifting. We do the Sam's Club thing on the weekend, about once a month. We'll do the 11 a.m. Sam's Club hot dog and the soda, which is it's a great. It's very romantic, but no, dude. I think tonight. Look, we're coming up on 17 years of marriage next month. There, JR.
Wow.
No
Look
kids.
at you.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
When you hit 30, like J. Ross and I, give us a call. We'll tell you how you deal with those kind of years.
Well, that's 13 years from now, and I hope I will be around to give anyone a call.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, we'd like to have you. Still.
I'm 100% getting divorced in 3 years. Just bookmark that. Well,
if you keep going to all you can eat buffets, you might.
Yeah.
Keep going to all you can eat buffets, you might not even make it to that age.
Well, that's a great point. I'm looking at a wagon wheel sampler, maybe a buffet tonight. Go home, maybe watch. Maybe we get together, watch some brunch at Bobby's, or maybe guys' grocery games until we fall asleep on the couch with the dog snoring. I mean, we're talking big time romance, dude.
See, that's when you get older. Plans are great, and then you go to dinner and you come home. And then you're both asleep watching the news or something.
That's right.
The kids aren't home. Hey, did you lock the door? Did you bring the dogs in?
Well, that's the
I don't
problem.
know. You do it.
We don't have the kids, but the ultimate blockers we have. We got the 3 dogs who it's not like they're hanging out in the corner by themselves. They're pack animals, so there's gonna be one on each lap. Anyway.
Yeah, they're watching at the end of the bed saying, "Hey, what is going on in there?" Hey, I don't think they have Sizzlers anymore, to tell you the truth.
You what?
I don't think they have Sizzlers anymore. I think they shut down.
They got a Sizzler on Madison. I'm almost positive.
Do they? I think it's sizzled out.
I think it's shut down. I think it's
way.
right. They ran out of shrimp. You ate it all, George.
Yes.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That bread though is money.
Do you have to dial 9 or no?
Sizzler?
No. You do ask me that
You
every
think
time.
you think Sizzlers open at 9:42?
No, they open at oh, you turned it down. I get it. Well, it says they open at 11, but there's got to be, there's got to be like Fred and Produce prepping the salad bar or whatever. I mean, unless
the salad bar's gone.
No,
isn't it?
No, Sizzler's still.
I thought all of the open things like that are gone.
No, well, they
the buffets.
They had to kind of shut them down for COVID. I get that.
Okay.
What the hell? Where's my?
You're calling Sam Amick.
Yes. And it's not like we have to hide their phone number. Like it says.
You're asking for Steve Sizzler.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to Bill.
Thank you for calling Sizzler Madison. For all text correspondence, text and data rates may apply.
What? Why would I text?
To place an order for pickup or delivery, press 1 to receive a text.
Oh, Christ.
We are texting you now.
No, I don't. Okay. Well, I mean, but like they're open,
You can
right?
go to Sizzler tonight.
Yeah, we can go to Sizzler.
You want me to look at the text line and see if they text back?
That'd be awesome. They're just what? By the way, do people who's ordering takeout from Sizzler? It's about you can't get buffet on takeout. What's the point of that? I'd like a couple
and that bread.
Give me a yeast roll and one of the Malibu chickens. Get out of here. We'll take a break. Anyways, Dallas, Boston tonight. Mariners, A's, Giants off. And on this day in history, the Bulls beat the Jazz, 2-1 series lead. That was 98. They won 96-54.
Gross.
Yeah, lowest in finals history. That was shortly before the Byron Russell push-off, right?
Wow, Karl Malone and John Stockton scored 54. That's it.
Isn't that crazy?
Nice work.
Yeah, Allen Iverson 48 points, just 6 less in 2001, all by himself to help Philly take Game 1 over the Lakers, but the Lakers would not lose again. And this day, 2006, how about this draft, Jason? Kershaw 7th to the Dodgers, Tim Lincecum 10th to the Giants, Max Scherzer 11th to the Diamondbacks. And
good drafting.
And not that long after, a scheduled matchup between Randy Johnson of Arizona and Greg Maddux of Los Angeles they'd both be scratched, and these two no-names on national TV would face off, Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer.
Who are they?
How about that? We'll take a break. When we come back, Styles, Watkins, Crosstalk, Celebrity Birthdays, next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey sports fans, it's JaVale McGee here. Are you ready for the event of the summer? It's the Jug Life Charity Softball Game hosted at Sutter Health Park on Saturday, June 15th. Join me and all my celebrity friends for the #1 event of the summer as our incredible community comes together for a cause that counts. The Jug Life Charity Softball Game isn't just about softball. It's about giving back. All proceeds go to the water education programs and providing clean water to communities in need. Thanks to your support, our team with Jug Life is making a real difference, bringing hope and health to those who need it the most. Bring your family and friends for a day you won't forget. Cheer on your favorite stars as they hit it out the park for a great cause. Come celebrate Father's Day weekend at the Jug Life Charity Softball Game that's happening on Saturday, June 15th. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at juglifewater.com. That's juglifewater.com. Join us, have fun, and make a difference. Jug Life, Drink water, give water, save water.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized. With help from Beacon, I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
What's wrong? My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation. Are you crying? Are you crying because of that other credit card? Uh-huh. Well, switch to the Capital One Venture card. Venture lets you redeem miles on any travel purchase. Really? Yep, and you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every single day. The Capital One Venture card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
My buddy's a high roller. He goes, dude, I'm a high roller, man.
David Spade live. Catch me inside tour.
Oh, dude, they fly me out there. Comp. That $89 flight on Southwest, they cover that? You know it. How about limo to and fro the airport with a sunroof? How much you down? He goes, about 90 grand.
David Spade, Friday, November 22nd, on stage at Hard Rock Live, Sacramento. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss David Spade Live.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yay! Yay! We got a really short segment here, and I want to get celebrity birthdays. So I said I was going to ask you about the trade, and you said you put it through stuff.
Yes.
We tried to go over the Levine and Caruso for Barnes, Herter, a youngster, and a pick.
Yes.
And you said you figured out a way, and it did go through.
Yes. I did just run it through the ESPN trade machine, and the ESPN trade machine didn't accept it. But all you have to do is throw in Sasha Vezenkov, and it works.
Okay, so that's what we were looking at. Is it would need the way I was thinking is they'd have to match.
Well, then I'm out. Yes.
I'm out.
But essentially,
you're out if it's Vezenkov. I'm out.
Essentially, though, you don't have to match the same. In the previous CBA, you had to match almost 100% of the salaries completely, and now it's I think like 90% or something. It's a much more wide variance of cap that you have to
match.
And throwing Sasha in there, you're still about $8 million short of completely matching, but it does go through.
Hey, Jason.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, Jason.
We miss you. We'll see you Monday, although we'll be talking to you tomorrow, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
Yeah, okay. It was at birthday time?
Oh, let's see here. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nobody brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies, as we do every Thursday. We bring in a celebrity picker today, the host of the afternoon show with Kyle Draper. Whitey Gleason joins us.
This is insane.
Hey, quick question before we get to it. Whitey, did you touch our hot plate?
Have a crumble. They're so good. Your taste buds wish you would.
Wow.
I still do that sometimes. Chris Watkins will back me up. Like, he has permanently messed that read up for me. I still have to read it, Whitey, off the page because I always want to sing your Crumble Cookie song. That's a fact.
Beautiful. I appreciate that. What was your question about a hot plate?
Yeah, well, somebody put my hot plate back in the box. It wasn't like it was a bad thing. I just honestly was like, did Whitey box my hot plate?
No, I did not box your hot plate, and that sounds like a euphemism for something I don't even want to think about.
Whitey and Kyle coming up later today, taking the torch from Chris Watkins and Alan Stiles. In the meantime, celebrity birthdays, Jason Ross.
All right, guys, happy birthday to Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. Okay. He was Pig Vomit in the Howard Stern movie. I'm going to say Paul is 65. Whitey Gleason.
I will just say that my first radio job was given to me, I believe, by the guy who actually was the Pig Vomit person.
This is a real story. You're not screwing around?
I'm not. I believe that's the case.
Okay.
But I'll say Paul Giamatti, who I can't stand for some reason, is 66 today.
Okay, 65, 66. Alex?
68.
63.
I was going to say 64.
Watch, he's like 78. Jason Ross.
All right. We are not in the correct decade, guys, and you're going the wrong way. 57.
Oh. No way. Yeah. Paul Giamatti's 57? Hold on a second. Private Parts was what, 96? That's good. He was in his late 20s?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
no way. Okay. All right.
57.
All right. Okay.
1997 for Private Parts.
Wow. All right. Who's next?
Happy birthday to Robert Englund, also known as Freddy Krueger.
Also known as Willie from the V miniseries back on NBC in the late 80s. Robert Englund is 72. Whitey Gleason.
Oh, sweet, fresh meat. I'm going to say 73.
70 even.
69.
75.
Christopher Logg's the closest. 77 for Robert Englund.
I almost said 77.
Shout out to the old Fright Night Theater right there.
That's right.
With Whitey Gleason. Yeah.
Happy birthday to wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins, 32. Whitey.
30.
33.
34.
32.
32.
We have 32 guesses. 32 is correct. Carmichael Dave and Christopher Lod.
We're the best.
Got it correct.
Whitey Gleason, thank you for coming on. We can't have you on without, of course, promoting your wonderful show. And once again, thank you to you and Kyle. I think I texted you this, but what a wonderful interview with Mr. Kendrick last week. We replayed that. And we were also playing your guys' conversation yesterday about Zach LaVine versus Kyle Kuzma. No offense to my guy Kyle Draper, Whitey, that was a TKO in the first round, as the poll reflected. I mean, let's just be honest; it's a no-brainer. It's
sir.
Yeah. So, what's coming up today?
What's coming up today is we're going to take some of the great interviews we got, just replay them because slow time here.
We had Sam Amick from Boston today. You can steal that one.
Yeah, we will, from Boston. That sounds cool.
All right. We'll see you at 2 p.m.
Today we will tell you about how the Kings could have had Luka and Porzingis way back when.
Wait, what? Tell me now. No? Wait till 2?
You have to wait, Dave.
Okay. Guys, you're up next. Enjoy yourselves.
Thanks.
Thank you to Whitey Gleason, Sam Amick, and Kelly Brothers. It's Styles. It's Watkins. It's them coming up next. Bye-bye.
De'Aaron Fox plays here.
Stolen by Fox. Breakaway coming up for De'Aaron.